Gear Mondays, the greatest Metal Gear podcast ever.
I don't agree with you.
Releasing on Monday, every Monday.
How did you patch into my radio frequency?
Stinks in here. Bad.
Ladies, gearsmen, babies, and gentle thems, welcome to Metal Gear Mondays. It is a podcast about Metal Gear, Hideo Kojima, the games he made, and the things that influenced him. I am your host, Liliana Wright. Happy Pride, and if you don't fuck with that, I don't fuck with you. Trans rights? Fuck off. Let's go. We're doing a podcast today, and I'm here with some friends. I'm here with one friend whose name happens to be coolest guy in town, Alessio Summer School, is what we're calling him now. It's Alessio Summerfield,
yeah.
baby.
I need to add that fucking school bell Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 sound effect. Yeah, I just want to say, hello, officer. Yes, this man has groped me and my entire family. He has blue hair and a Letterman jacket. Please send help.
Hell yeah. You won't get help, much like most of the people.
Turns out he's actually the police.
Yeah. Oh no, he is the help.
No. Oh no.
We are
the
also
grope is coming from inside the house.
No God,
Coming.
He coming. Oh Lord, he coming. We are also joined by my favorite American, or no, not that. My
Nope.
favorite Canadian. Stop it, flip it, reverse it. Secret American, actually Canadian.
North
Chad
America, my
Betteridge.
favorite North American.
My favorite North American. My favorite North American.
Oh boy.
Chad Betteridge.
Jesus,
Hello.
Hitting them with a little bit of everything. Glad to be here. I'm actually doing something a little differently tonight. Anyone who has giving enough money to us to get the video feed, my feed is a generated version of myself and not actually me. I'm vibe coding the $10 patron side of things, much like our hero Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And
Oh,
his good
that's
friend
right.
Nicholas.
Should we stump speech on that real quick for anybody who might not know?
Before we do that, I do want to bring up very briefly, I'm pretty sure I made that joke like 6 episodes ago.
Fuck. Well, that's all we do is recycle bits anyway. Who gives a shit?
That's fair.
We're vibe
That's
coding
fair.
the bit.
Yeah,
We're vibe
coding the whole fucking podcast. Let's go.
Well, wasn't the NWR and Kojima thing, wasn't that like last week? How would that have been 6 episodes?
I think
ago?
so.
No, but
Lily was ahead of
it wasn't about
time.
that. I was ahead of the curve.
She was Kojima predicting what was going to happen.
Very true.
What if Kojima's like the Dalai Lama and it's like the spirit moves on to someone else? Like, not like the Dalai Lama in that way.
Not the Jonathan way.
No. Not
No. Something they don't tell you about transitioning into a woman is that the estrogen make you clairvoyant.
Oh.
Kojima's got
True.
some question answering to do.
Maybe that's why he's so fucking pressed about trans people.
That's why he loves Hunter Schafer. He wants to harvest her for her clairvoyance.
That makes actually a lot of sense. That's what the premise for OD is, actually.
True.
Yeah. And they said, "Who's the prettiest tranny?" It's Hunter Schafer.
So
the leader of them actually is Hunter Schafer.
Let's talk news really quickly then. So
wait. It's time for news. Metal Gear News.
So unfortunately, Hideo Kojima and Nicholas Winding Refn have partnered up again, and that's not the unfortunate part. The unfortunate part is that they partnered up for a Prada ad, which is still not the unfortunate part. The truly unfortunate part is that they
Chad.
fucking AI vibe coded this ad for Prada. I don't know why.
Have you
I
seen
don't
what it looks like?
understand.
I've seen stills
like
from it. I haven't
ass.
watched it.
Looks like shit. Predictably.
Yeah, they just look like plasticine astronaut versions of themselves.
Hmm.
They look real stupid. Like I'm looking at a still right now and it looks real dumb.
I made this post on Blue Sky. I don't know how you can write Metal Gear Solid 2 and Death Stranding 2 and think that this is good and fine, actually.
Yeah.
I'm starting to suspect that the parts that I like were not actually done by him, and that maybe it was somebody else. And the parts I don't like this game, were in fact him.
This game makes me so mad because like it scratches the like 90s anime itch very, very well, but literally everything about it, like it's weird. It's like let me think of the best example for this. It's like, hey Alessia, we took a Ferrero Rocher, which we know you love, and we put it
tasty.
in the middle of a swimming pool of cum.
Oh,
and
yum.
Which we know that you love.
Which you got to swim through to get to the Ferrero Rocher. Like it sucks. Anyway,
that sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
Here's my thing about this game is that like I'm constantly on guard. I can never stop and actually try and enjoy myself.
That's a good way to put it.
Because what happens inevitably with this game is that I feel like anytime it gets to a point where I feel like I could enjoy it, something is going to happen that makes me be like, recoil. It's
you get like a
fuck?
solid 10 minutes of just like, oh man, the vibes are great. I'm doing some police work. The characters are interesting.
And then you're
next
checking
thing
out
you know,
the ass of the receptionist in the fucking hospital. And you're just
well, it's
what
like
the
next
fuck are
thing
we
you know,
doing?
there's a little menu item that popped up that you did not notice that is just like do a really crazy sexual escapade that no one wants you to do. And literally everyone tells you to stop. Why not?
In a weird way, it's like making me feel like a misogynist because every time a woman shows up, I'm like, no.
I really like I would love this game to be the opposite of the Bechdel test because I know it means that women aren't getting assaulted. Just give me he should have just made a game with no women in it, which feels
100%.
insane to say.
Hell yeah.
But it's the only way they're gonna be safe in this video game.
It's
is if
also
they're
true.
not here.
To going back to your DS2, MGS2, I'm starting to suspect the parts aren't Kojima. Considering if I think about every one of his games, like yes, Snatcher was horny. Compared to this, Snatcher was like a fucking PG rating
for everyone.
I feel like Snatcher's the outlier. Like this is the horniest fucking Kojima game by a mile. So so who
time.
worked on this besides Kojima? Because somebody in there is like,
well, that's the thing is like my thing is that like he made Snatcher and he said I think it was all him because he made Snatcher and he was like, okay, I got away with this. What can I do now? And he made Policenauts, and then Shuhei-san was like,
does that mean he didn't
nah,
get away
dude.
with Policenauts? Because like, why did it tone down so hard right after?
I think that Policenauts. I think that what happened was he was just, you know what, fuck the law, fuck Shuhei Yoshida. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Post-nut clarity. Anyway, so
Fuck
Refn says, and I quote,
Eat a
throughout our
dick.
extended friendship, Hideo Kojima and I have shared the feeling that we were somehow split from the same consciousness, moving through different lives while orbiting the same obsessions. And then the article continues, looking at it, I'm somewhat surprised Kojima signed off on the short film considering how awkward and stilted it all looks. But he has gone on record saying he thinks AI will be as significant to game development as the jump to 3D was.
Shut the fuck up.
And apparently he referred to what the author writes as the plagiarism machine. Kojima referred to it as a friend.
Yikes. He's got AI psychosis. Get him out of there.
Yeah,
He
we
does.
gotta pull
Get
him
him out
out.
of there. He's
We gotta
got
pull him out.
Nicholas on one shoulder and Guillermo on the other shoulder.
What's
And
the
Guillermo's
Guillermo?
calling him
What's
a
the Big G?
moron. Big G
Also,
calling him a moron.
Anyway, Kojima Cockwriters, let's ride again. Lily,
Yeah.
do you want to do plugs and Patreon and all that jazz?
I
Hell
do.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is before we get too even deeper into the topic at hand, I'd like to tell you about ways you can support us and to support this podcast. The easiest way, the freest way, is to rate and review the podcast on the various platforms and tell your friends about it. A good review on a podcast platform gets us the most visibility we're going to get, and it helps us get more listeners. If you would like to support us monetarily, though, you can go to patreon.com/Metal Gear Mondays. We're at the $1 tier. You can get access to the Discord where we chime in and chat about stuff. Alessio has been streaming most weekdays pretty recently
with just random shit I find around the house too, by the way.
Yeah.
We've streamed a Saturn, a Windows XP computer, fucking PS4 games.
Check it out in the Discord for $1 a month. At $5 a month, you get access to the Patriot Club, which is our monthly off-topic podcast we do for the patrons. If you, in case you missed it last week, you get a sample of what that's like literally every month, because the first fictional character Crush episode was released as a freebie on the main feed for everybody. So if you sign up for, it's a good thing I'm wearing pants because you can see my reflection in the car for the next tier. But yeah, so it was a freebie that was released last week, so you can hear what the Patriot Club's all about. If you sign up for the free tier of Patreon, we also released the video of that episode on the free tier of Patreon, so you can check that out as well. And we do stuff on there sometimes. $10 a month gets you access to the video tier, which is videos of this podcast, every single episode, and of the Patriot Club, which you can, like I said, you can see what that's like every time you jump in. So check those out. The other perk that you get at the $10 tier is that we will put your name in a hat and we will draw your name out every episode to sponsor the show. So Alessio, who is this week's sponsor?
This week's sponsor is Alex Hill.
Alex Hill. I know that guy.
I saw him recently. This morning.
Yeah, I saw that guy like a week and a half ago. Before we move on into the game, I want to know what we did last time. So I'm going to do a segment that we like to call Walking in the Light with the Man That's White. And Liliana writes, white victim this week is the one and only Chad Betteridge. Hello.
Oh my goodness. On our first episode on the prologue of Policenauts, we were put in the greased up shoes of local pervert Jonathan Ingram. From the bowels of Los Angeles all the way to the stars, with a little bit of assault and harassment sprinkled in for good measure.
True.
And a dead wife.
And a dead wife.
Well, I mean, classic.
Themes of dead wife. You know?
Well, he couldn't have been a groping pervert to every woman he encountered if he had that baggage. So
true.
The story had to do away with her.
She had to go. She gotta go.
She had to go. She had it coming.
And this week we are going to be getting into Act 1 of Policenauts, one of 7. Boo, bastard game.
I think there's an epilogue as well.
Damn it! Don't tell me that. We're getting into Act 1 Beyond. We start our adventure arriving at Beyond Coast, this big fucking like space station in the sky, essentially.
It's like a Gundam, like a Mobile Suit Gundam, like cylindrical.
Yeah,
O'Neill cylinder is the official name.
That's what I was going to ask. I knew you mentioned that there was a name for this type of ship, and it was that, an O'Neill cylinder.
The Citadel Mass Effect.
Yes,
and
that was
the
my
ship
touchstone
at the end of
for
Interstellar as well.
Yeah, that's true. Lots of O'Neill cylinders in pop culture. So
we love an O'Neill cylinder.
We love an O'Neill cylinder.
One day I hope to own my own eel cylinder. That did not go well.
What?
That was supremely tortured, I gotta say. Nice try, but goddamn, brother. Holy shit. You get to basically the arrivals terminal of the spaceport for Beyond, And
you
you
did
can kind
air
of
quotes when it's literally a space.
I mean, it is. I don't know what the fuck.
She's quoting the video game.
Oh,
yeah,
I
she's
see.
quoting the video. I had to go to an airport yesterday to pick up my in-laws from
Oh.
a trip they were on. So I'm thinking about, well, I can't call it an airport, so it's a blah, blah. Yeah. So yeah, I guess technically it is, and I guess not all airports are not all spaceports. Wait, not all airports are
Whoa.
spaceports, but all spaceports are airports.
Fuck it.
But you can like look at the stuff in the arrivals lobby, and Jonathan will note like how space is as accessible to the common man, and just kind of like reeling about how many flights there are and all this other stuff.
Which is weird
you
that
can-
he's playing the whole like fish out of water thing whenever he's from fucking Los Angeles.
Yeah,
It's not like he's from like a small town and he's
Sure,
like, oh my god, it's so
sure.
crazy. It's like, dude,
I-
LAX is insane. I can't even imagine in the future. Like, what are you talking
well,
about?
it's probably insane, but like again, the one thing I will say is like it's probably insane, but he's been just kind of alone and confined to basically his
Cigarette
office for the
smoking.
for the last 3 years since he woke up. So he might not even know what it's like now.
Oh,
And so
And he
his,
would have
like,
the tech advancements. He would not be
Sure.
privy
Yeah.
to either, right?
a smarter writer. No offense to Kojima in this instance.
no major
offense.
offense to Kojima. All offense
A
to
smarter
Kojima,
writer
actually.
would have connected the fact that he was in seclusion in space for 25 years, and what he chooses to do when he's home is to be in seclusion in his office. Like, let's talk parallels there. Is he never left. He never left the
Yeah,
isolation.
he never left. He's
I mean, he
always-
sure as
he's
fuck
been-
acts like he never left the isolation. Psychopath.
God. You can also, oh my god, this fucking got by I swallowed air wrong. God damn.
Space.
You can I
a
swallowed
callback.
space. I swallowed space. I love a good callback. You get you can watch a news report where they talk about how like a VR porn producer and the actresses in the porn have been
Of course.
charged because of its effect on minors.
Of course.
And then also they're talking more about how like the worldwide organ shortage is getting worse because of the dangers of space and how space is causing organ abnormalities, which we're going to get into with another character fairly soon.
Yeah.
But
They also talk
from
about
here-
it on the plane a lot. So like
Mhm.
Yeah.
it is just
Seems-
so hammered home at this point.
Yeah. It's apparently it's important that there's an organ shortage, and you should remember that.
This
Yeah,
the
there's
VR
not-
porn studio story is also kind of like our first little bit about like it's our first hint that Beyond is as puritanical and as squeaky clean as it presents itself to be on the inside, and like, oh yeah, don't worry, we're chasing, get those fucking porn peddlers out of here.
Yeah.
It's a completely
Yeah.
fucked up place once you dig a
Oh.
little bit.
Oh, sure. Especially with the
100%.
drug
Well-
addiction shit. Like, my God.
Yeah.
Well,
What
even
was
like
it? It was
later
like
on,
1 in 3 residents do narc.
It's something
It was
crazy
some
like that, yeah.
insanely
Yeah.
high number.
well, fucking later on, Bob tells you like
Bob.
yeah, fucking Bob. I hate Bob, dude. Like
Bob's a prick.
he's
I
like
feel
it
like
started
Bob
out
is me. Just
Like, he
bringing
mentioned- he
big prick
mentioned-
energy to Jonathan.
he mentions later when you're talking to him, when you kind of ask him what it's like, he's like, listen, it started out this ideal thing, but after 30 years, it's just as bad crime wise as any city you'd find on home.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So yeah. But yeah, from here we move. There's not much else to look at here. You can just kind of look at the passengers milling around, and you go on to BCP, the Beyond Coast Police Department, ACAB. And you find yourself outside. You see like a bunch of police cars, the building, the EMPs, the EMPS suits are very cool looking. They have these models sitting outside of the police station. You find out later they're called extravehicular mobility police suits, is what that stands for.
Tight.
And I love the contrast here between these like futuristic fucking Gundam suits and like these 90s cop cars just sitting next to each other.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
It's
why
very
do
funny.
those even exist? Like,
Yeah.
I like that
Well,
Jonathan is very rightly like, he's like, this is pretty fucking insane weaponry for a police department. And I was like, hell yeah. This is before he had really like, well, I guess he had already started groping the woman on the fucking plane ride over here. But I had another moment of like, hell yeah, Jonathan, it is a little insane.
Yeah. It did feel like the airplane thing or whatever, the spaceship groping felt a little like, I don't know, like, oh, if you really want to, you can push it and be a pervert. It wasn't like, it didn't feel like necessary, and it's just like
maybe it's not canonical,
becoming more necessary.
Yeah. You go inside the police station, you can kind of talk to everybody out there. There's an undercover cop at the desk really you can talk to. Cop. Well, he says, you're right. He says his name is Detective Starsky, and that he's waiting for Detective Foley and Sergeant Riggs. When you ask about Ed, he's like, I don't know who Ed is. I'm Detective Starsky, and I'm looking for Detective Foley and Sergeant Riggs. So fuck you, basically.
Yeah, he names like 100 other like movie.
Yeah, throughout the
game.
Yeah, I will say. Yeah. I have the list here real quick. He does Foley from Beverly Hills Cop, Riggs from Lethal Weapon, Doyle from The French Connection, McLeod from McLeod, Brannigan from Guys and Dolls, McLean and Powell from Die Hard, Cooper and Diane from Twin Peaks, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
Scully and Mulder from The X-Files. Yeah. I think that's it. That's the only ones that I recognize.
And he himself is Starsky from Starsky and Hutch.
That's right.
I love that Bob is just like, this guy's fucking crazy. Like I wish he would leave. Like,
yeah.
There's a woman on the right who is a call girl who you cannot grope.
It was the greatest moment. Hey. It was the greatest moment in the game. I was like, as soon as I saw her, I was like, run away, woman. Get out of here. Yeah. Like,
she's safe. You can't do nothing.
Oh, no. Yeah. And it's the crazy thing. It's just like the thing with Gillian and the performer. She straight up is like, yo, want to do this? And Jonathan's
he's
like,
whoa. When it's part of their job, he's like, no, it couldn't possibly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. She also mentions that he asked her about the Kabuki place. Fun fact about the Kabuki place we'll talk about later for me and Alessio, but
it's that spot
she tells you is like the
right?
Yeah. I had like a Yakuza moment. That was very cool.
Well, because Kamurocho is based off the same place.
Of Kabuki. Yeah, exactly. But he asks about it and he says the mafia is there. You can't make any money at the weeb store. The mafia controls too much of the money there, so she doesn't like the Kabuki theater district or whatever it's called. You can talk to Bob. He's kind of a jerk, but I did like his little comment. His comment where Jonathan says that he's kind of an alum of this place, and he goes, "Which side of the bars?" I thought that was
fucking got his ass.
Yeah, phenomenal.
It was really good, actually. But he kind of goes into the dynamic of kind of Beyond Coast and how this elite unit created by the chief, the advanced police, and it's these EMPS suits and the Frozeners that we're kind of learning about. They get all the dangerous work, and then all the old cops they're resigned to desks, and that's when he tells you about how like crime is basically the same as any old city. And then he tells you that Ed is in Vice, which is the junkyard of BCP.
I don't think we established that, because like very, very early on when you're at the spaceport, Jonathan says to himself like, "Oh, I don't have any jurisdiction on Beyond. I need to go find somebody who does." And he mentions that he needs to go find Ed, his old partner from Policenauts days. I don't think it's mentioned on the spaceship either. It's like only when he touches.
You're right. I think you are right.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's our mission.
Yeah. So our mission is to go to the cave, which is what they call the basement, and find Ed in Vice. And you go there and you can hear him snoring.
I don't know why it's so endearing to me that everyone else is like kind of like keyed up, like doing their job, whatever, waiting for action, and Ed's in the back, like feet propped up, just fucking snoozing at his desk. I don't know why. I was like, oh, this is kind of a cute moment.
Yeah.
Real quick before we get into Ed, Lily, you're playing on the PlayStation version, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
When you talk to Bob, what does it look like? Like, do you get a zoomed in screen of his head, or do you just get like the static like front desk reception lobby?
Zoomed in screen of his face. Yeah.
Oh, Because I know that there's some in here that weren't always like that. Like this one, I guess, is one of the ones that already existed. But there's a few conversations where on the PlayStation version, it is just that static shot.
Oh, interesting.
But on the Saturn, you actually get like the zoomed in like character looking at you.
Later on, like when you go to Tokugawa and you have to talk to the guard, in the lobby it's that zoomed out static shot, but in the office it's zoomed in.
Oh,
Okay,
interesting.
zoomed in.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're talking
on
about
the
the
Saturn,
pharmaceutical
where he's
guy.
like standing there. Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you meant Tokugawa Tower, and I was like, really?
No.
that
No,
woman?
no,
they're not zoomed in
Tokugawa
on?
Tower, they zoomed the fuck in on her, brother. You better know. You better know. They zoomed in on
Kojima's
her.
like, I'd like the camera to sit in between her breasts, please.
Yes, please.
So in the background of the shot of Bob on one of the monitors is the system memory screen from the 3DO version of Policenauts.
Oh, that's
Which is
so
a
Oh,
fun
hell
little
yeah,
Easter
that's
egg.
funny.
Yeah.
Didn't notice
There
that.
were so
That's
many
funny.
fucking Snatcher Easter eggs that I found out about after I played.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
man.
nuts. It's like a dozen, maybe.
Yeah. There's one like pretty obvious one at the hospital that I am a big
Oh,
fan
I love
of.
it.
I didn't even see that one. I was fucking
What?
blown away.
I
Oh,
can't wait to surprise
brother.
you with it then.
Yeah, I didn't see. Like, I read that there was one, but I swear to God, I probably did not see it unless it was like a
Yeah.
throwaway thing.
Do you know what it is?
I do not.
Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
Yes.
Love that. Love that for us. There are also two people that are sitting in Vice aside from Ed. There's a blonde man and a red-haired woman. We'll learn about them in a second. But you can talk to them before. The blonde guy is just like munching on a burger, and he's just
Yeah.
like, "Hey, man, you're in the wrong
Absolute
place."
sweetheart.
Oh, it's Jonathan's
Yeah.
favorite burger place back home as well.
Yes, it is. Yeah. But he goes, "Toilet's upstairs. You're in the wrong spot. This is the basement. This is Vice." And the woman, the red-haired woman, she's like very standoffish. She's like, he's like, "Is this Vice?" And she's like, "What's it to you?" And she's like very,
She's
very
also just
standoffish and
brandishing a
angry.
knife at all times.
Yeah, she's just holding a knife, man. And Jonathan also makes sure to note that she's at least 6 foot tall, which is very important, apparently.
They keep commenting on
has
her
to know.
height, and I swear to God, she looks like she is a normal ass height compared to every other character. It's
Look at this
very
fucking giant woman.
I know.
over
I'm like,
here.
my wife and I are at this height. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah, like, are you okay? Like, Chad's 6'2". I don't know what to tell
Yeah,
you.
I'm
exactly.
6'5". Excuse you.
Oh,
Are
are
you
you
really?
6'5"?
yeah.
big boy.
Wow.
Big boy.
He's a good looking boy.
We're pretty evenly He's a matched, but big- you are slightly better.
That was
It's a
Lily. That
big-looking
was not
boy.
me. That's a big looking boy.
Big looking boy. It's insane. But after you talk to them, you can there's like some stuff on the walls. There's like posters and stuff. You can kind of investigate the area. But the goal here is to wake up Ed. So you yell at Ed. He wakes up, and he is like really excited to see Jonathan. He's very excited to see Jonathan.
This was so cute. I was like, this is awesome.
It was really
Can't
cute.
wait.
This is the longest animated scene in the whole game, apparently.
Oh,
Oh
interesting.
wow.
Also, to this point, Jonathan still has only been a creep to the woman on the spaceship. So to this
Sorry,
point,
my-
I was
my
like,
It's
wife-
going so well.
Yeah, my wife just walked into the garage and for some reason felt the need to attack a fly that is not bothering her in any way. So
nice.
she
You
got
have
it.
a
She
violent-
hates
You
flies.
have a violent wife.
That's wow. You know what? That's a reference
aware.
to something that's coming up later in this.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, she didn't even know, and she played into the themes of the video game.
That whole
Um,
scene is absolute insanity.
It's
But
doofy.
also,
it's so fucking doofy.
It's so fucked that I was like laughing with it as it was happening. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me, dude?"
It's so absurd. So he's super excited to see you, and then Jonathan tries to ask him for help on Lorraine's case. Ed's like, "I can't help you. Vice is nothing, and I've got a family. I've got a mortgage. I'm not the Ed that you knew. I don't want to screw up. And Gates lets me stay around. Gates Becker, by the way, one of the other police nuts, is the chief of police here. So
It's also because of the Tokugawa connection, because Tokugawa
Yeah.
is at the heart of the investigation, and Ed
Mhm.
explicitly is like, they own like fucking 80% of Beyond. Like, I'm not touching that shit with a
Mhm.
10-foot ball.
Mm-hmm. It was like, Gates barely lets me stick around in the first place. I'm not trying to do anything that'll get me in trouble. And so the two folks that were sitting at the table stand up and they volunteer to help. And it's like, if they find out upstairs, we're done. And Jonathan's
meanwhile,
like,
when you go upstairs and tell them, they're just like, oh, all right.
They're like, yeah, all right,
it's
fuck it.
He's like just don't fucking, we'll kick up. We'll talk about it later. It's very funny. Ed's just very overly cautious and Gates is just like, cool, man, do your thing.
Yeah, do your thing.
So this was apparently changed a little bit in the PC-98 version. Ed is just like super depressed and won't budge at all until Jonathan like just insults him enough that he gets pissed off and agrees to it.
That's
whereas
cute.
like in the 3DO version and everything after that,
he like plays
Ed kind of gasses himself up a little bit at the end. He's like, yeah, you know what? Fuck yeah, Jonathan, you perverted sick freak.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's a line that I saw because I did watch this cutscene, the PlayStation version as well. I can't recall if it was in the Saturn version, but is there a moment where Jonathan is like, "Yeah, well, look, you look like a big old pussy to me"? Like, was that a? Because like I saw it.
That is not in the Saturn version.
I saw it in the PlayStation version, and I
it
was like,
basically
I don't
like
remember
that. Yeah, the
at
PlayStation
all,
is
dude.
like, oh well,
you know, like a big old pussy to me.
I tried,
I can't remember.
man.
Let me see if I can find the line.
You're definitely not the Ed I remember, but okay, I guess I'll figure it out. Like, it's very much like that for sure in the PlayStation version, at least. But
He definitely drops the P word.
yeah,
That's awesome.
as Jonathan is leaving, he's turning to leave. Ed is like, I'm 3 years to retirement. He pulls the fucking 3 years to retirement thing.
I love
And then he
it.
says that, yeah, I'm too old for this. I'm getting too old for this thing. And he basically
I
says,
got it.
we'll help you. Oh, what does he say?
He said, "What the hell happened to you, Ed? I mean, I think it's Ed, but all I see's a little pussy."
Yep. That is what he said. That is exactly what he said.
Yeah, that was not in the Saturn version.
That's
at all.
awesome.
It's really fucking funny.
All I see is a little pussy. Go ahead and clip that.
Two pussies. He says they'll help. Can't be official, and that's when he introduces you to the blonde man and the redheaded woman. The blonde man is Dave Forrest, and the redheaded woman is Meryl Silverberg.
Whoa. That was a really good home improvement impression.
That was
Holy
very
shit.
good. That was not a soundboard.
It was great.
What is
They'll never believe it.
now that I can see?
Chad
Oh,
was
I know
paid to do that voice for
what this
the
is.
opening.
Yeah. But yeah, so you're introduced to Dave and Meryl.
Oh my God, David.
Oh shit! I didn't even
That's
think about
crazy.
that. That's crazy.
That's wild.
funny. That's
Interesting.
really funny.
I love her foxhound tattoo. She's got like a temporary foxhound tattoo that she says she has to reapply every week.
Would you just get a fucking tattoo? Can you
Yeah,
not?
Well,
what's
the
up
way
with
that she
She's like, I'm a
describes it,
woman.
she says, "I'm still a woman after all."
That's,
Excuse you?
Hey, that's not
No,
how they
I'm
do
sorry.
things on Beyond.
I'm sorry. I so-called woman. My bad. I'll stick to my lane. Piece of shit, man. Bastard man. Bastard man. Bastard game. Hideo Kojima. Policenauts. Fuck off.
It sucks
Worst
so bad that
game.
Lily ended up with the version that that had that in
That is
it.
more
Like
transphobic.
literally any other version would have been fine.
Anyway, you know what the funny thing about having this version instead of the Saturn version that's like a little bit better is that I told Alessio that I was trans when Chelsea and I came yesterday. It's very strange that nobody's noticed, but because I never talk
What's going
about
on?
it. Yeah, I never talk about it. So but I told him, I came out to him as trans like a week before I started doing HRT, but me and Chelsea took a trip down to Atlanta to see him. And part of the reasoning for that, the flimsy logic for that was that I had just gotten a Steam Deck and he was going to help me like replace the hard drive and put a bunch of like stuff on it. And help me kind of like learn through it. And so the very funny thing about having the more offensive version is that was the trip that I told him that I was trans. And that was also the trip that the offensive version got loaded onto my Steam Deck like a fucking time bomb, just waiting for me. Just waiting for a year and a half later to go off.
Somewhere
and make me
Kojima was just doing this. He was like,
yes, waiting. I'm going to upset a trans woman today. In fucking May of 2026, a trans woman's gonna get real upset at this video game.
He just called Hunter Schafer and he just said, "I'm sorry," and she was like, "For what?" And then he hung up.
I wonder if Alessio, I'm gonna say this person's name and I need you to be ready to bleep it out. Do you know how we're kind of
I don't have to bleep it live, so
not live, but just
I'm
like
ready. People are listening.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So you know how like our mission in life is now to see if we can ruin career?
Sure. Yeah.
Do you think we should send Policenauts to Hunter Schafer?
Oh, yikes. I feel like if it was easier to play, I might consider it. But considering that you'd have to also send a 30-minute YouTube video on how to actually play the damn thing.
Sure. We could just do like a super cut and send a video, a video to her
Of all the worst bits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All the groping and transphobia and weirdness. Yeah.
What if she's like, I love it?
She's like, this is sick.
So you're introduced to Dave and Meryl. Dave was born on Beyond, but he is obsessed with home, and he calls himself a repatriatist, which is a group of people that think that mankind should leave space and just go back home. And Ed is just like, if they find out that you're a repatriatist, you're going to lose your fucking job. Shut the fuck up. Basically. He also really likes burgers. As
He
well
loves
find
burgers.
out. What's the
That's
place
a good
called?
boy.
I don't have it written down here.
I cannot remember off the top of my head.
He's also a sweetheart. I love Dave.
Dave is
Yeah,
great.
he's really
Defend
good. There's
Dave
a
with my
moment
life.
coming up that I was
The
just
shooting
like,
gallery?
Yeah, I was like, he's
Yes.
the best.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, oh man, why is he doing that? And then I was like, oh fuck, because he's amazing. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's
like-
Dave's nose is red because he rubs it all the time. I don't even know what that's all about. His
Dave
goggles do
Fax.
nothing, and he just wears them to look cool, which
I do
Ed
love that.
hates is also the other little factoid about Dave.
Interesting.
yeah,
you then-
I can't find out. I can't figure out what the burger place is. I will report back if I find it while we're talking.
You find out that Meryl is from home. She's part of the military on home. She carries a knife very prominently for protection, and then she has a tattoo on her arm of the Foxhound logo, which is I think what her
What's
unit
the
was
Metal
called.
Gear 2? It's the Metal Gear 2.
The Metal Gear 2 Foxhound logo, which is what her unit was called on home, apparently.
Well, she references Zanzibar land like directly as well.
That's right.
She does. It's very interesting. But that's when Jonathan asks her if the tattoo's like real, and she goes, no, it's a temporary one that I replace every 6 months. I'm still a woman after all, implying that women apparently can't have tattoos.
That's a weird line, but other like that aside, she's pretty different from her Metal Gear Solid
100%.
counterpart.
Oh yeah,
in
she's
that,
like actually like a soldier. She's like actually like not a rookie, kind of like very different vibes between the two of them.
Yeah, like she has a legitimate confidence that isn't put on like Metal Gear Solid Meryl's is, at least at first. She also canonically has the biggest boobs in the game.
Yep.
Which I also
the,
don't get, because I feel like from the image you can't really tell that.
Alessia was like, not good enough for me.
Yeah.
Well, the sound effects that happen a little bit later, if you unlock something, are absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah. So yeah, he said,
And I live streamed this entire thing on the Discord, and me and Jordan
Did
were in
you?
like complete disbelief to what we were
It's
hearing.
nuts.
I
The
didn't-
art book
I-
specifically calls out her like the boobs being large as like an intentional artistic choice.
Oh my god.
he spends this game like every time he meets a new woman, he's like, wow, she's even bigger than so and so. It's crazy. And it's just
Every
like,
time.
no,
Like, that's the
she-
only-
she might be bigger than so. And it's just fucking, I hate this man, Jonathan, with all my being.
Look, he's
Um,
just saying out loud what we're all thinking, all right?
So
Right, guys?
he like
Right?
he does the challenge thing. Like he does this thing where he's like asks her about her boobs and she's just like, you want to go? And he's just like, no, I'd probably break something if I tussled with you, which is
That's fucking
beta
insane.
bitch made behavior, by the way.
There's dialogue. I think it might be connected to the challenge, or I don't like it's like peppered in throughout the game that like it's implied that this Meryl is gay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
there's like little hints here and there. She's like, yeah, I'm not. Go ahead and feel my boobs. I'm not like, you don't do anything for me anyway, or something like that.
That's fair.
Yeah, you mentioned if you can beat her score.
Like, the vibe I got was that she is just like, I mean, which is very similar to Metal Gear Solid, where she's just like, I'm trained to like not give a fuck and have no romantic feelings for anybody and not feel like physical pleasure, like, because that's how Meryl is. She's like gone through genome therapy to like not catch feelings, essentially.
Yeah. She says something like she likes men, but not in that way at some point.
Oh, interesting.
While you're talking to her. Yeah. But you can challenge. She says that if you can beat training level 2 with 550 points or more, in the shooting gallery, you can touch them. So I didn't do that personally.
As soon as she said that, Jordan and I were just like, challenge accepted.
We have to do this.
Well, because I thought it was impossible. To be honest, the first
no,
time.
it is very difficult.
It's super difficult. But you can double tap.
Yeah, the
double tap
completely
the
blew it open for me because I think I consistently kept getting like 260, 280.
Yeah, because if you only single tap them, you can never get that score. You can never.
Yeah, so I thought it was one of those things where the game is like, oh, you can do this thing. If you do this thing, that's impossible. And I was like, oh, great. And then I fucking got like 620 or something.
Yeah,
I was like,
you can double tap the targets. I did not try. I was like, I tried it and I was just like, with the controller and everything, even if I wanted to, I'm like, I'm not fucking with this. So I just.
Yeah, in order to stream, because at the time I had the webcam on a tripod in front of my TV and it was such a bitch to use the gun around it. So I just used the mouse and it was, I got it pretty good. I think it took me maybe a couple of tries, but I only did the training mode. I did not do target, which is why I missed out on a whole smorgasbord,
a bunch of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff. We'll get to it. You learn more about that Meryl's thing. She likes bikes. She likes combat. She likes men, but not in that way. And that she joined the military because everyone in her family did. And then she kind of mentioned like Vice's job is essentially to like do the stupid shit that the AP doesn't want to do or shouldn't be doing. So she mentions that like she hates the cycle of like she goes to the Kabuki Quarter. Because everybody comes in because they want to go to the Kabuki Quarter for 0G sex.
Which sounds awful.
It sounds not great.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
like how do you stay attached to each other?
Grip for dear life fucking Velcro, dude.
Hell yeah.
Velcro.
And then the cum shot just free falls.
Floats away.
Free fall.
When you come in space, it pushes you backward. So.
Oh, sure.
But she mentions that like they go to pick them up and they arrest them, and then it's this vicious cycle that gets boring. And she also mentions that the Kabuki Quarter is named after Kabukicho, which is a real district in Tokyo, which is my Yakuza moment because Kamurocho and Yakuza is based on Kabukicho in Japan. So very cool.
So closely based on it that I navigated Kabukicho as if I had been there before. It was crazy.
Because you had been there digitally.
Yeah, Kristen the entire time was like, why do you know where you're going? And I was just like,
in another life? Oh, I know.
Yikes.
But from here, you can go to the shooting range. Is where you practice shooting. Ed mentions that they use live rounds and they practice like a real military does. And he very specifically mentions that VR is for amateurs.
Get fucked.
Amateur pornography is what he meant.
True. Very true.
Also now that you bring up Ed, and since Ed is going to be following us for presumably the rest of the game, I just want to talk about his role in that he's the Metal Gear, like Metal Gear is in Snatcher. Ed is basically
he's your like sidekick
fills that role
guy.
in Policenauts. He's Kim Kitsuragi if Disco Elysium fucking sucked instead and was a really shitty titty bouncing game.
You know what would make Disco Elysium better? More titty bouncing.
Oh my god, I want to see how Disco would handle that. I feel like it's just like you think about it and then you have a shitty roll and it just goes to hell.
He trips and falls on his own dick.
Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be very funny.
Fucking karate chops her boob off.
Yeah, as of right now,
no.
Chad, I don't know how far you've played, Chad, but like I feel like Ed was, other than being kind of yucky at the party we're gonna go to, I hadn't encountered him being like ultra shitty yet. How far have you played?
Well, Chad
So I
beat
beat
it, remember?
it, right? Because this is my
Oh, you
second
beat the whole.
playthrough.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah,
beat it
Chad's the
originally. I
veteran.
forgot about that.
Chad's the vet
oh
on this
no!
one.
So
I'm the
Chad
vet.
just let
Chad knows.
he just let slip that Ed's a massive piece of shit. So I'm
No,
curious.
but like, but 80% of the time he is supposed to be the foil to your perversion, like Metal
Sure,
Gear is
sure,
with
sure.
Gillian, right? Gillian.
Well, even like Mark II wasn't like completely immune to the perversion.
That's true. Mark II
There's-
did
yeah,
make that
there's-
shitty joke. Yeah.
There's the
Yeah.
shower scene too, where you're like he
The
like
shower
goads
scene,
Gillian, he like
yeah.
tricks Gillian into being a pedophile. Is the joke that
Yeah.
we made?
And then he makes that fucking cum noise when he sees her in the shower. Like Metal Gear is also not. Let's not pretend the Metal Gear is a fucking saint here. So, but yeah. So we'll talk about like all the Easter eggs on the shooting gallery here in a second. I think Alessio probably has those.
Oh, should we talk
locked in
about
for
Meryl's
us.
boobs real quick though, since we're still here?
Let's do that because let's do that as part of the
The Easter
Easter
eggs.
egg
Okay,
part.
cool.
You go in, you do the shooting gallery, you do one thing. When you finally finish the shooting gallery, Dave shows up, and he gives it a go, and you're
man.
just like, what the fuck is going on? And he is going through, and he's moving the target very deliberately, very slowly, and he's hitting legs, he's hitting arms. He does training level 1. He's hitting legs, he's hitting arms, he's aiming for nothing but limbs. He's no critical vital spots.
Also looks as if his
Seriously.
eyes are closed while he's doing this.
Yeah.
Which is even crazier.
Yeah, you get a shot of him midway through, and you still got the UI of the shooting gallery, but it's just a picture of his face shooting with his eyes closed, and he looks very gleeful shooting at the targets. And then you get done with it, and he has this thing. He's like, "You should inflict the least amount of damage possible when you're doing this job," and he
He
pieces
just cool
out.
guys the fuck out of there.
That's
I have
my
a
man.
I have a quick story regarding this, by the way, and I can't remember if I've told this on the podcast. Have I told the police shooting simulator in the police department story?
No.
So Kristen and I got roped into being a part of like a filmed like get civilians to take part in like a police training simulation thing in the back of a police department. So this guy.
Wait,
guy-
when we say ACAB, we mean Alessio Summerskull too.
Yeah. Alessio cops are bastards. No. So we weren't there in support. We were there because actually kind of the opposite. Like my producer friend was doing a pilot, and a majority of the people who came were like all black women that were taking part. But he was like, we need to fill some seats. And so he was like, it'd be nice to get Kristen in there. Alessio, would you be interested? Like,
Yeah.
whatever. And so what ended up happening was this police department actually in Ferguson, of all fucking places.
Jesus.
The Ferguson Police
Christ.
Department.
Was this
cops-
before or after?
After, like well
Okay,
after.
okay.
These
I can't
Cops.
remember the timeline of that.
Yeah, these cops in the police department essentially were taking us through the same sort of shooting simulation that they go through during training. And I think their whole plan was like, oh, you see how hard it is? But it backfired completely because so I'll tell the main one, and then I'll tell a funny one because it fucking killed me.
Now do a silly one.
Kristen. So after everybody went up and it dealt with a different scenario. So they had like a huge like 20 foot by 20 foot wall that was like almost like a LED wall, you know, that they use for the backgrounds in like Star Wars shoots and stuff. It was
Sure.
like a big like CG wall, and different scenarios would play out, and you'd have to like make a split-second decision with a firearm, and then after it was over they would show you like what you shot. So like you didn't know until it was over like what you had hit. And so the whole thing was like, oh, it's chaotic, blah blah blah. So anyway, Kristen raised her hand because in between every single simulation they would have like a group discussion, and Kristen was like, I think it's kind of fucked up that you guys train with like you got to shoot them in the chest or shoot them in the head. She was like, it's kind of fucked up, and you should like shoot them in the leg and shoot them in the arm, like wherever, like you could just stop them and then arrest them. And they were like, yeah, well, you know, in the heat of the moment, you can't, blah, blah, blah. And so anyway, they gave all these bullshit reasons.
And the stupid thing that you hear from like cops all the time is that they say if you're not willing to use lethal force, then don't fire your gun. And it's just like that's not.
Yeah, there's shit like that. Yeah, for sure.
You don't
But
have
anyway,
to do it
so
like that.
as soon as they had that conversation, Kristen was selected, which I feel like was like retribution. Like they were like, let's pick the loudmouth and like show her what's what. But it was Kristen, and they would make you do it in pairs. So it was Kristen and this other woman.
For once, they didn't try and make an example out of the black women. That's crazy.
It was Kristen and a black woman. So
great, cool.
Now that's a buddy cop
that.
movie.
Oh yeah,
that's a buddy cop movie.
It's called Kristen and a Black Woman. But the situation was they were outside of a bus that like had been pulled over, and somebody was like holding the bus hostage, and they came out with somebody, and Kristen just like sat there and patiently waited, and then she shot a single shot. And then they like brought up the lights, and then they're like, now let's see what you did. And I kid you not, y'all, she shot this guy dead ass in the kneecap.
Let's go.
And she legit goes, that wasn't so hard, and like walked away. And I was like, that's fucking incredible.
God,
anyway, the
funny
one I want to share is it's a bank lobby, and they picked like these two very like just meek and like frail looking people to do it, and it's just it's a bank lobby, and it looks normal as fuck, and everything's chill for like 10 seconds, and the two people are holding guns looking around like what's about to go down. And this guy runs 1,000,000 miles an hour, jumps the fucking counter, and just blows somebody's head off with a shotgun. And these two people do nothing. They just sit there in silence and do not raise their weapons at all. And the cops like raise the lights, and I'm just like fucking cackling, dude.
Smooth off, you say?
It was so good.
That's crazy.
Anyway, Kristen laughs at me because when I got selected, in my scene, the guy took a shot at me, and I legit like fell to the ground to like dodge the shot, and then shot the guy in the head. So she was like, let's see, fucking I fell to one knee and just shot this guy. But anyway, it was very fun. The pilot never got picked up, unfortunately, but
I can imagine.
It was a fun day.
Cannot imagine why. But yeah, so Dave, fucking joyful, lovely man, does that, and then you can kind of just do the training exercise if you want to. This is where you can get like the Easter eggs and get your points to do Meryl's boobs. Alessio, if you'd like to talk about Meryl's boobs, that'd be great.
Yeah,
I did try. I figured out the double tap thing. The juice was not worth the literal squeeze for me on this one. I think I got like 302, I think was like my top score. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
I was keyed in. I was like, boobs. All right. Bam, bam, bam.
You're like, I got it.
I'm just kidding.
I think I'm gonna be so honest. I think that for me, if this was the me of, let's say, a year and a half ago, no idea why I picked that exact kind of time frame there, I probably would have kept trying. I have boobs now. I don't need to fantasize about squeezing boobs. I can just do it whenever I want.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I can just be there for them, you know?
But I hit like 610 or whatever it was, and I was like, time to go collect my prize, and just like went back into the cave whistling. Anyway, yeah, exactly. I just think of David Guetta. And I expected her to be like, oh, well, actually, you got to hit 650 or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, if this was a normal, like, you know, if this was a normal video game, they would jingle the keys and not have molestation. But anyway, so she goes, yeah, fuck it, go ahead. And when you click her boobs, the first time you do it, an elephant roars. They jiggle like really hard, and then you just hear like, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I clicked it again, and it was a tiger, like a lion roaring. And then I clicked it again, and I can't remember what the third one was, but I remember being completely baffled. I was like, was that a fucking elephant? What was that?
If this was the only instance of anything like this in this game, it would be fucking amazing.
It should have been like Auga sound effect. Oh,
that would have been great too. But like, if there was nothing, like if Jonathan wasn't groping every woman he saw throughout the entire game, and it was just this, that would be pretty funny.
Well, and it's funny too because she's just
Yeah.
like, you do it once, and she's like, "You want to do it again?" And Jonathan's like, "Yeah."
At least it's consensual, right?
And then the third time, she's like, "All right, knock it off. I guess one more." And then he's like,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "All right, leave me alone."
That's what I think. That's why I think like if it was just like a kind of an extra moment here, that doesn't seem too bad for me in a bubble because again, he was a little weird about it. He backed off because he's scared of strong women apparently, and then she set a challenge. He completed the challenge. She agreed to the terms of the challenge.
Yeah, it's like
and
a
then
goofy anime thing.
Yeah, the rest of it was just like a consensual bit, but that's not where it stops, is it? That's
no.
Yeah.
Well, the weird thing to me though is like because I do think at least one more, if not two more, of the upcoming ones are also consensual, but it just feels like the game is consenting to you being a pervert. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like the character is like, "Yes, Jonathan, touch me." It feels like the game is like, "You're a fucking pervert and we're gonna feed you, you little lecherous troll." You know what I mean? Like none of it feels good.
What other ones were consensual?
Yeah, I'm drawing
Chris
blanks.
in the pharmacy, like 100% is, or in the hospital.
Chris is not happy about it after a point.
Yeah, after a point, but like for the first like good chunk of it, and then I think one of the waitresses in the garden as well.
I didn't think you could actually grope them.
I think the one on the left. I thought.
Oh, I didn't even try. Damn, rats.
Hey, look, I'm just seeing content. All right. We have to
I'm
report.
seeing the Matrix, and
We
it's
have
all
to
boobs.
report.
It's all boobs.
Was the reveal of boobs in the only frame where there was no boobs was the funniest fucking, like I laughed so hard.
We'll get to that. I thought that was actually really funny. Yeah.
It was so good.
And then these Easter eggs. So
Yeah, Chad.
Yeah, you want to talk about the Easter egg, the posters and stuff you can see in the shooting gallery?
Yeah, so I mean, to explain how the shooting gallery works, there's two modes. There's target mode and there's training mode. In target mode, you have a target that zooms to. There is, but I think there is a third. I never tried it. Target and training are the only ones that I've done.
Yeah, I did target to calibrate the gun when I first bought it, and then training is all I've done.
Combat sounds like it would be the experience that you had in Fergus or whatever. Fergus.
Fergus.
Excuse me.
The ON were just gone. I don't know. I thought they were vanished from my mouth.
Oh, right Ferguson. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I was like,
who's Fergus?
Who the fuck is Fergus?
So, yeah, combat mode, I don't know. Target mode is when you have a target that zooms to the other end of the room and it moves back and forth, and you have 10 shots to get as many points as you can. Training mode is when it's multiple human-shaped targets that scroll across and pop out of 3 different rails. There's also,
I think targets. There's like circles, people, and then teeny tiny circles, I think.
Right. There's also, is there a reload voice in the whole game, or is it just in the shooting range?
There was not a reload voice at the beginning when you had to shoot the dude in the street, I don't think.
So there's a reload voice in the shooting range. It's reload. And apparently that's from a game called Lethal Enforcers.
Oh, fuck yeah,
I think
dude.
is a Konami.
Also Konami game. Yeah, that's
Right,
what the gun is called, right? It's like I think.
That's right.
An Enforcer. Is that what it's called? What is that Konami? Anyway, continue.
So if you get over, I think 70 points in circle target mode, you get the target changes to a caricature of Ed as the new target. And
it's like a fucking
great. Yeah. Have you read Tintin in the Congo? Because that's
it's Tintin in the Congo.
It's like literally like charcoal black skin, the big fucking cartoony. It is bad.
Eyes
it is
pointing
really
in opposite directions.
Yeah,
opposite
it
directions.
is.
The lips are obviously like ridiculously.
I feel like
stated
because like if Ed were not black and the caricature were not this fucked, it would be kind of a cute moment of like, oh, look at my dumb partner, LOL. But
Sure.
like just because of everything around it, I'm like, good Lord, how did no one say to not do this?
Well, because so if you get over 70 points in man target mode, the changes to Redwood instead. And it's obviously it's a little like cartoonish version of Redwood, but like the features are not exaggerated in the same way.
Right. It's not like the Ed one. It's really the Ed one is insane.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
If you're sticking through the racism and score over 70 on both the targets of Ed and Redwood, you get a Snatcher head target, and a remix of Pleasure of Tension replaces the usual shooting BGM.
Yeah. If you can find that, Alessio, could you cue that here? That'd be cool to listen to for a second.
I'm sure I can find a long play or something.
If you score 70 or higher on the Snatcher head target, you get a photo of a game critic who is a friend of Kojima's.
Can you imagine? Like, that's kind of fucked. To be like,
that's a little fucked up.
I'm gonna put your picture
crazy.
as a shooting range target.
I couldn't find who this guy actually was. Like, I scoured the internet, could not get a name.
Hold on, I think I might be able to.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just looked up a picture, and that's very silly.
While you look that up, I was reading Kojima talking about the research that they did for this part. Apparently, the dev team went to a shooting range in Chicago, which is like was that really the closest option to Japan?
Yeah,
was Chicago, Illinois? He mentioned that he one day got so into it that he fired several hundred rounds. And so I'm like, can you imagine the budget report for this? Like, yes, President Konami, we flew the team out to Chicago so Hideo could pop the fuck off for a few hours and fire off a few hundred rounds.
I feel like Vegas would be much closer than Chicago, and they have hundreds of shooting ranges.
Surely.
And
there
LA,
has to be,
definitely LA famous.
I was going to say LA, but like there has to be a spot in Japan somewhere where you could pay to shoot a gun. There has to be somewhere. Maybe not like up and up, but like you got to go somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. That's insane.
Yeah, I don't think I don't have it listed here anywhere. Isn't there like a point too where like you get a moment where Tony shows up like Dave did, but he's mean?
Yeah, if you go back to the shooting range after talking to Tony, and I think you also have to get a certain
AP
score
office.
on level 2 or whatever, he'll show up and he gets 800 points on level 3.
Holy shit.
Christ.
Stone Cold Killer.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk to Tony here in a little bit, but first, let's go to forensics.
Before
where
we even
meet...
go to forensics.
Oh, is there more?
There's a neat little thing where you're instructed to do something when you get to the shooting range. And speaking of instructing people, I'm going to instruct Alessio to hit my fucking music.
Wait, no. I want to do it. I want to do it.
Lily, hit my music. When you get shot, it hurts real bad. Let's give this a shot. It's Guns with Chad. Welcome to Guns with Chad, the place for all things rootin' tootin' and most importantly shootin'. In the shooting range, if you don't put on the ear protectors, Jonathan will complain about his ears ringing after you've finished shooting. This is a reference to real life where guns are very loud. At real life shooting ranges, you should also wear eye protection. Hit the music, please. When you get shot, it hurts real bad. Let's give this a shot. It's Guns with Chad.
Fucking bad.
This is a reference to real life where guns are really loud. Insane.
I don't think I put the ear protection on, and I don't remember him saying anything, but that's awesome.
Yeah,
I did put it on.
He's
Ed,
like, oh God, my fucking ears.
Yeah, Ed tells you that you should put it on, and if you
Right.
can ignore him, but I didn't. I was like, oh yeah, good call, Ed. So I put it on. Safety first.
Safety
But yeah,
first.
so we move on to forensics.
Yeah, you can go super out of order here. Did you guys? I did forensics first. What did
I
you
did
guys do?
forensics, the AP room, back to forensics, and then I left.
I think that's what I did as well. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's actually like up to a certain point, so we're gonna have a discussion about like where to go after this, because like
Yeah, 'cause then it
once
gets
you
fucking
leave
nuts.
BCP, you can kind of go wherever. So we'll figure it out from there. But in forensics, you meet Albert Einstein. This dude's just kind of standing there. His name is Dr. Victor Juergens. He's the head of forensics, but he looks a lot like Albert Einstein. And you introduce him. Yeah, he's very excited to meet astronaut Ingram. And he's like, he watched them land on Mars. That's how old this guy is. Like, he was on the edge of his seat when they landed on Mars. He's got like a bunch of blood on his thing, and it's just like faded blood from like autopsies that he's done.
He's just chilling, too.
I may have misread this. Was it from a recent autopsy, or did I like inception into my mind the fact that it was blood from his very first autopsy.
He never washes the gown, and it's blood from every autopsy he's ever.
That's
done.
what I thought. I heard.
Disgusting.
I read too. It's
This guy's
insane.
fucked.
And you find out he mentions during this discussion that he has done 30,000 autopsies over the course of his career. And so he's got blood from all of them on his fucking person. That's disgusting. He's even more attached like old school shit than Jonathan is at this point. Like he's not having it. He's from the old Soviet Union. So on his wall, he's got a painting from Soviet Union. Has anybody checked what he does with sunscreen? I'm just saying.
Yes,
I did
get the Easter egg.
Did you get the Easter egg about the sunscreen, Lily?
I did not. What happened?
He has a bottle of sunscreen.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny.
And if you interact with it, it turns out that it is specifically for ultraviolet rays. And you can't see it, but it's implied through the dialogue that it has a Plato's Cavern logo on it. Just like
that's crazy. Snatcher. That's really cool. I like that a lot. He also mentions too that he likes forensics because it's less stressful to work on people that are already dead, which like fair play.
Pop off.
It makes sense. He something that I thought was really fucking funny too. He has this machine next to him. It's an AID. We'll talk about that. That's fucking insane. But it's called Gorby, and it's modeled after
Gorby to like do anything fun.
I don't think he does. At least this time,
he doesn't really do anything.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. He's like a rock.
Yeah, basically.
Did you know?
Well,
so there's a connection here. Is that Jordan,
it's Gorbachev,
the supercomputer in Snatcher, was called Gaudi.
Oh,
interesting.
I didn't know that.
Is it Gorby or is it Gordy? Why did I think it was Gordy?
It's Gorby because the model is modeled after Gorbachev.
Oh.
That's why he's called Gorby, which is I thought was very fucking funny.
Mr. Gorbachev, blow up my walls.
I thought it was Gordy with a D.
Blow up my walls.
I mean, I know about
like
the Gorbachev thing. I thought it was Gordy. But yeah, I mean, Gorby makes more sense.
It's Gorby. Please trust me. I obsessed over this.
Maybe
they
might have changed it in the Saturn.
Oh, maybe they might have changed it. And again, he talks about how like, you know, he's saying these things, and this is again why the Prada thing fucks me up, because he's talking about how like an AI could never truly be a human because of the way that humans think. And so it's just like, what the fuck is your deal, dude? Why are you doing this? But anyway,
AI is a friend, according to Kojima.
Yeah, he's a friend. He's a friend. But he's an AID, an auto analysis identification device, which is like such a tortured acronym to get to AID. You could have just said like AI or something. He's like, this needs to be called an AID. Shut up. Fucking bastard man, bastard game.
Well, and it makes me wonder too if the Japanese is different than the English, like with Junker.
It could be. Yeah, it could be.
So it's probably even more stupid in Japanese. If it's
Naked,
like,
kind,
like Junker. Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
But yeah, so you talk through all this stuff, and you give him the capsule and the leaf to analyze, and you can come back later to figure out what's going on there. So for now, unless there's stuff that you guys like to talk about, we can move to the AP room.
Not really. Victor's just, I was going to say he kind of feels like the Harry role, like the Harry from Snatcher.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, yeah. Did you mention when we're giving him our pills and the leaf?
Yes, I did.
Did I just totally brain?
He's going
to. Okay.
You did. You absolutely did.
He's got to take a gander at him. So he said, get the fuck out of my lab while I work my magic.
And I was like, that's fine. I'm going to go look for more boobs to touch. And he was like, hell yeah, brother.
But you move to the AP room, and there's like a bunch of like guys in armor sitting around. They're all wearing helmets except for one guy. That's a pink-haired man. That's our friend Tony. But
did you talk to cock? It makes me so mad. Like he was fine on the plane, and now he's a massive.
Oh, he's a bundle of roses on the plane compared to how he is here.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I have a theory about Tony, because Gates tells you something about like Frozeners, and I will bring that up when we talk to Gates. But you learn that Tony is the head of the bomb squad.
Pew, pew, pew.
He, by the way, shouting back to last week, he no longer gives me Alex vibes in this scene. We should clarify. I wasn't the one that said that. I kind of got it. They're gone now. Anyway,
He's Takeshi 6ix9ine. He's even working for the cops like the real Takeshi 6ix9ine.
Mm-hmm.
Kojima predicted that as well. I think he does have a 69 in his target,
that's right. In his
thing.
little URL.
That's fucking crazy.
On his head.
Yeah.
That was
a joke. That was a joke for you, me, and Alex, Chad.
That's right. So Alex is clapping right now.
Oh yeah, he said
Is it his hands? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Hands, cheeks. Who could say?
I feel like Kojima is the worst at twists. Because
like
he is like, come on, man, Tony killed your wife, dog. Like,
well, it makes me believe that this isn't supposed to be the twist, and maybe, like I don't know, like maybe you're supposed to.
Maybe you're being purposefully led astray.
That's what I think about it. Yeah. But he leads up the bomb disposal team for the AP, and Tony's like, the first time you realize that something is off with him now is that Tony is like taunting Jonathan. He's like, how could you possibly last here if you can't handle a little SAS? And then he goes into this Jonathan
this like
groups him. True, yeah, just grabs him by the collar, wiggles. But Tony then goes into this like diatribe about like he's holding a bomb, and he's like, do you know how the timer on this bomb works? And he kind of discusses the idea of like cutting the right wire. And he asks Ed which one you would cut, red or blue. And Ed says, I'd cut red for redwood. And Tony goes,
you can pick.
Can you? I thought he was talking to Ed. I'm pretty sure. I didn't pick anything here.
I don't
remember picking this.
I remember picking because I had to pick between red and blue, and I picked red, and then he made the comment about redwood.
Oh, interesting. I don't remember picking anything at all. So, but Tony says something like a sociopath wouldn't necessarily opt for red, and he mentions I always go for blue, which is great to know. Jonathan at this point then recalls that a bomb is what killed Lorraine. And so that's why I think that like the twist
well, that he had
Tony
to recall that.
Yeah,
like,
shit.
Yeah,
really
like, a bomb killed my wife. Yeah. But no, because the flight was like 3 days, so it's more like a week ago, probably about a week ago.
He's groped a lot of women since then.
He's forgotten so much. Yeah. He's
every boob he touches, he forgets one thing.
He's removed themes of dead wife from his spine and replaced them with themes of touched a boob.
Nice.
So, yeah. But he kind of recalls here that it was a bomb that killed Lorraine, which is why I don't think that the twist is that Tony was the guy that killed Lorraine. I think that you're supposed to infer that and that something else might be coming, but maybe I'm giving him too much credit. And then he mentions like Jonathan's very confused about his attitude, and apparently Frozeners can just modify their personality when they need to. So
yeah, that was weird.
Everything on the plane was an act. And he also says he doesn't remember anything about his visiting family on home. So that was apparently a made up story. As you try to leave, every single person in this game comments, like important person comments on the cigarette, because Jonathan is just hanging on to a fucking unlit Lucy in his mouth the entire game, stupid. Apparently. And imparting, like Tony says, like, you're going to be arrested if you light that. And Jonathan's like, he says, I'm not going to light it. It doesn't look like there's an ashtray anywhere. And Tony snaps back and he goes, if you need an ashtray, try Vice. I was like, damn.
God damn.
Cold-blooded. Got him. So you get done talking to Tony, and now you can talk to the chief. And the chief is your old Policenaut friend, Gates Becker. And all in all, he's pretty happy to see Jonathan. He like,
I was surprised. They made
he
it
was
seem
happy
like
to
it was
see
gonna
him.
Be this big scary thing, and then he's like, "Hey, oh my god,
he's chill as hell."
Yeah.
My thought is like they have this like really weird idea about Gates for some reason. He seems like a pretty chill guy. Like he seems fine.
So far.
Maybe a little,
especially
yeah,
considering
so far.
that. Especially considering that, so Gates was the Scotland Yard representative in the Policenauts,
Right.
and Jonathan just straight up constantly mocks his accent to his face. He's such a fucking dick. He's like, "Oh, what's up? Oh, bottle of water." Like that's all he's doing the entire time he's talking.
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
I mean, fuck him. Am I right?
I guess we need an
anytime I'm on a call with Matt, I do the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, Matt.
So like he's mostly basically happy to see him. He apologizes to him. He's like, if the accident hadn't happened, maybe you'd be here in my place. You'd be the chief instead. And then Jonathan, he's just like very apologetic. Jonathan tells him about Lorraine and what he's doing. And as soon as he hears that Tokugawa's involved, he's like, look, I can't help you officially, but Ed is allowed to help you if you keep it quiet. And if you find anything, bring it to me and I'll open up an investigation. So it's like, better than I expected, brother. Thank you. Let's go.
Yeah, we're basically given BCPT resources, which is like better than I think any civilian could have expected in this situation.
Yeah.
Well, and he says that, but so far, at least in Act 1, those resources consist of Ed and a Pontiac.
Let's go.
I mean, listen, maybe not Ed in certain cases, but if I got a cop and a Pontiac, I'm cruising, literally.
My life for an Ed and a Pontiac.
My life for an Ed. An Ed and a Pontiac. My kingdom for an Ed and a Pontiac.
That needs to be a cocktail. An Ed and a Pontiac.
Whoa. They got an Ed and a Pontiac?
They got an Ed and a Pontiac? Damn. So you learn that so the other one of the other Policenauts, Joseph Sadaoki Tokugawa is his name. I've listed him in my notes as Tokugawa, but they call him Sadaoki a lot. They don't ever call him Joseph. They only call him Mr. Yeah, they call me Mr. Tokugawa. But he retired 20 years ago to take over the Tokugawa group. And then you also learned that Salvatore Toscanini retired about like 10 years ago. And he should be back on home. That was the last Gates kind of knew.
Hoping Salvatore is not revealed to be some sort of like sex trafficker.
Well, we'll find out where he's at later. But we don't know what he's doing.
Only Chad knows.
Only Chad knows. Chad only knows what he'd be without you. So he also goes into like the Frozeners and what they do. And here's where my theory comes in. And Chad, keep your poker face on. But you find out that a lot of the Frozeners, that's a great poker face, brother. $10, that's worth it. You find out that a lot of the Frozeners are made from the DNA of former astronauts. And he calls Frozeners literally the sons of us astronauts. And my crackpot theory is that Tony is Jonathan's son.
Well, it depends if they mix all the cum up into like some sort of hybrid.
Well,
like a slurry.
Right, like a cum slurry. That's like if you take a Ferrero Rocher, which Alessio loves, and put it in a cum slurry meant to create Frozeners.
Incredible. And then inject it into a Frozener mama.
Yeah. And that's a half astronaut, half Ferrero Rocher child right there. That man's made out of chocolate. He's got chocolate blood.
Yuck.
But yeah, that's my like weird theory is that I think that there's going to be like, that's maybe the twist is that like Tony is Jonathan's son. He was created from Jonathan's
Well, last time you
DNA
called
or
a
something.
twist,
I was absolutely correct. I was
yeah.
correct on multiple counts. Actually,
You know what? I'm going to take it a step further. I think Elle Fanning is Jonathan's daughter.
Whoa! Elle Fanning is Jonathan's son.
Like the actress, like the real.
Yeah.
This is neat. Like, well, it's very fucked up because we find out that Frozeners are basically bred for service. Like that, sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't love that.
Like literally humans as cattle, basically.
Yeah, and it's like, and this isn't. I don't even say this. I don't want you to think that like I'm adding legitimacy to your calling the twist or anything. It's just like a thematic thing that I noticed is that it's like a proto Les Enfants Terribles.
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right. Like he's definitely playing with that idea a little bit here.
Yeah. Like even to the phrasing that they use, the sons of us astronauts.
Yeah.
Like it's very much playing to that same like wording and verbiage that he uses later on. The sons of Big Boss and that whole thing.
Kojima likes some genome designer.
He loves a cum slurry. This man.
He loves that man. Loves a cum slurry. He guzzles that cum slurry.
Oh God!
It
sustains him.
By the way.
Cum
Jesus
frappe.
Christ.
Good Lord. So you learn more about the EMPS suits. Gates tells you that they employ a bilateral master-slave manipulator system, which is like, was there no other way to describe that?
Hell yeah.
Not on Beyond.
But not on Beyond, baby. They're basically like these remote-controlled humans, and that because it's hard to do it, like the humans control the EMPS with like a controller, but like it's easier to do that than do it like wirelessly from somewhere else because of the lag. And they allow for like a full degree of human motion when they're kind of doing their thing.
Right.
He also talks about how he gets some lore about how like Beyond and Home kind of interact, because you find out the information he has on Lorraine's death was that the official ruling of it is that she was the victim of a bomb planted by a repatriator, an eco-terrorist, according to the OLA police, the old LA police department. But because of their kind of rocky relationship,
The cops
it's
are
very
in on it. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
So it's very hard to get information from Home. So they're really not sure what's going on.
I will say this. I'll give this to Kojima. At least not as aggressively as other video games do. I feel like when there is a big twist or there is a big conspiracy or something, I always feel like the main character is not at the center of it.
Sure.
And so I'm hoping that it's not going to be some sort of like, and it's all for you, Jonathan. You know what I mean? It's like, because I just feel like, I don't know, man, some games, I'm trying to think in particular, it's like, I don't know, I'm thinking of like Bethesda games are just like,
oh, sure,
you're the
that's a
center
great
of the
example.
fucking universe. No matter what.
Well, it's interesting too. Like, I guess that kind of like runs counter to like my theory too, and like, because that does kind of suck in a lot of ways. But like, if you really think, like, you think about this, and it's like, okay, the inciting incident for this story, for Jonathan's entrance into the story, is that there's something going on, and his ex-wife's husband is missing because of it.
Sure.
So then his ex-wife then goes to find him, and then he then goes to investigate. And now my theory is then that the guy that did the deed of killing his wife is his son. And so it's like this whole thing where it's kind of like, it's interesting that like the inciting incident was technically about him, because like, did they know that like that she would go to him to help find her husband, and like playing on that too? But I think it could just as easily be a coincidence, and I do kind of hope that it is. But you know,
yeah. Last time that you said almost all of those words, you were correct. So,
well, we'll see. So from here. Noted. Really? I mean, the estrogen didn't give you clairvoyance. I told you at the beginning.
Right.
I told you at the beginning. Right. So you go back to forensics, and real quick.
Did you check the glass behind Gates?
Yes, he's balding. Like he makes a comment about how he's like,
he's going bald.
Yeah, he's like, goddamn. Like,
I love that Jonathan's brain wanders like mine. It's like mid-conversation. He's just like noticing all these little things. He's like, wait a minute, what? Why is he's got a stain on his left sleeve? What's that all about?
Alessio, as your lawyer, I would advise you to stop comparing yourself to Jonathan immediately.
Oh, that's
right. Yeah.
Because you already talked about how you locked the fuck in the shooting gallery so you could touch Meryl's boobs.
That's
I would
true.
advise you to cease your comparisons.
Jonathan
immediately
is like an amoeba in Alessio's brain that's going to get larger and larger the further you get through the game.
It's a parasite.
Oh, no, it's like, hey,
I'm reading
I've
Fear
gotta
and
stop.
Loathing in Las Vegas right now, and so hearing you say "as your lawyer," I was like, "Are we about to do a lot of drugs? Like, what? What are you saying?"
I mean, anyway.
Pharmaceuticals.
Hell yeah.
Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Well, we're going to find out a bunch about some pharmaceuticals here in a second because you get this really fucking sick Gorby animation when you get back.
Oh yeah,
This is very science teacher just wheeled the CRT card in, and we're going to watch
Yes.
the VHS from 1993.
Yes.
Ass fucking anime.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Love.
And you discover that the capsules are Tokugawa products. I didn't write down like all the fucking long ass names for them because fuck it, who cares? But they're all just
chill,
like normal shit.
OTC shit though.
It's
like
cough medicine,
normal.
it's sleeping pills, it's NSAIDs, it's like just random like normal stuff. And he kind of talks to you about like what pharmaceuticals are these days. They all have these ID marks on them. And the weird thing is that the pills that Hojo had have very slight mismatches that kind of pair off. And because of the way that they're made, like pills are made now, it's not possible to have errors like that without it being intentional.
Right.
They were also 2-part capsules. So think like an allergy pill that you can like pull apart and like see what's inside. They're all 2-part capsules instead of like gel caps, which is weird because they haven't used 2-part capsules in a very, very long time, like years.
They're
and years at this
iconic.
point. I don't know.
But Victor, they're iconic.
Have you seen Akira?
There's the whole iconography around the pill there, yeah. So you learn that there's something weird and off, like they're normal, it's normal medication, but there's something off about their creation. So you then learn that the leaf is from a black poppy, which is the main ingredient in Narc, this very poorly named drug. And it's strange because it doesn't have any of home's air pollutants. It's just completely clean. And it also on it has a viroid, which is a pathogen that only infects plant cells on Beyond. You can't find it. It's not in home. It's only on Beyond. And then you find out the leaf itself was artificially severed after it was grown. And you kind of learned that it was likely, this plant was likely grown on Beyond. So
they got a grow up going.
They got a grow up going. So they kind of surmise here that the narc could be why Hojo went missing, and that Tokugawa is kind of at the center of it all. And then you learn a little bit about why Gates is so afraid, because he tried to investigate Tokugawa several years ago, but it all blew up in his face, and now he's just kind of like spooked about dealing with Tokugawa at all. So that's why he's not helping officially in this case.
Makes sense.
So from here you can leave. You get this animated scene of the EMPS taking off from the police station, which is a very cool like animated scene there.
Which again, as you pointed out earlier, the the comparison between that and your like bozo cop car that you just both have to cram into is very funny. Like,
because you have to go
happen and then
and then you have to cram into your Pontiac to get going. Yeah, it's very funny.
I love all the fucking interstitial animations and conversations. Cool. Like when it's literally just like Jonathan and Ed chilling and just shooting the shit. I'm like, I live for this. Like this is the cool part of the game.
Yeah. If you try, the way that you have it listed here is interesting. So on our notes here, let's do, because I don't think you can go to the Hojo house until you go to the pharmaceuticals place because you don't know where it is. And they mentioned that there's some type of like blocker on looking up information about Tokugawa employees, so Ed doesn't know where it is either. So you have to find out how to get there.
Okay, I couldn't remember, but I definitely went because I know I was talking to somebody. Who was it? Maybe it was you, Chad. Chad, did you say you went to her house after the hospital? Somebody went.
The house was one of the last things I did.
Got it. Okay, because I was going to say I definitely did it pretty early. I just couldn't remember if it was before or after the pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
No, I think I did pharmaceuticals, hospital.
Oh,
Then
I did
Tokugawa building, then house, then Tokugawa building again. I think
you did the house in between. That's interesting because I did pharmaceuticals, house, hospital, building.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Nice. Weird.
Yeah.
It's cool.
The fact that you can even do this, I do like the fact that you can even like just like figure it out that way and like do whatever.
The shelf in the Hojo home might be one of the coolest things in a video game that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
The
Just,
CD
cool little details. Yeah. Oh my
the
god.
CD shelf. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. I love the. We'll talk about it because I've got stuff to say about it too. It's very cool. But yeah, so when you make it to Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals, and it is really hard to understate how much it looks like a fucking Yakuza crest, like a fucking mafia.
It 100% does. Yeah.
Yeah. But you go inside, and the guard at the desk tells you that the entrance is unauthorized entrance is forbidden. Asks you what business you have, and then you find out this man's name is Michael Saito.
Hey,
and
Michael's a bro. This guy hooks you up.
He's very helpful.
I was kind of expecting him to be a dickhead, but he was actually quite nice.
No,
Yeah.
like canonically second nicest man in Policenauts after Dave. But he knows a lot because apparently I'm maybe misremembering, but he tells you at one point that he used to work on one of the teams and they put him as a guard because they needed extra security, and he's very big. I'm pretty sure is why he's a security guard. Yeah.
Well, it also explains why he can tell you every fucking detail about every single drug. I feel like they wrote backwards. They were like, all right, now how do we explain his encyclopedic knowledge?
Yeah. So you ask about Hojo. He tells you that he's been missing, and Tokugawa's telling everybody to keep quiet about it, which thank you for not keeping quiet about it.
That's
right now.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy thing to admit, brother. You don't even know this man.
Yeah. And he also kind of guesses that he guesses that the stress of being like holed up in his office for so long could have led to return syndrome, which is this concept that somebody gets return syndrome if they're from home and come to Beyond, where someone can't cope with the stresses of being on Beyond and they leave everything to go back to home, which is kind of like those guys, I can't remember what they're called, but the guys that were in Snatcher that like just gave up their lives to live on the streets. I can't remember what their name.
The Freeman.
Freeman, yeah, which is very similar to that. The Fremen, yeah, which is very similar.
The non-verbal Gordon Freeman.
Yeah. No, God. Were you there for the Gordon? Yeah, you were for the Gordon Freeman. Oh, yeah, the stream. Y'all got to join these streams in the Discord. $1 a month. Let's go. But it's this idea that because someone can't cope with life on Beyond, they give up. They just leave. They give up their job. They give up their families. They give up everything to just go live on home and just go back home. He mentions that he's been worried about his daughter having a procedure and figuring out a way to get her a procedure because ironically drugs couldn't cure her.
Lol.
And then God. And then he kind of mentions that Jesus Christ, dude. And then he mentions that Hojo's job is to work on these DDS, these drug delivery systems. And it was it's very classified work with making these new systems. This idea is that there's these delivery systems that let the drugs get to their target in the body without them getting filtered out by first pass metabolism and things like that, and through livers and stuff. He said that what he was working on right now was a DDS that was codenamed K9. And my fucking first thought here was drug delivery via dog bite, which is so fucking stupid. I was so goddamn
overcomplicated way.
I was so fucking tired because this is about when I picked the game back up. This is my first new bit of game, and I'm just I already played through the prologue. I got to do all the fucking earlier stuff too. I was so fucking tired. I was like, yep, it's a dog bite. But we give a drug
to the dog, and then we have the dog bite the person.
Bite you, and then that's how the drug is. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it does.
A Kojima game.
Probably, yeah. Fuck one of those fucking like the fucking purse cat. This delivers drugs to you. Like,
Oh no, not Purse Cat.
not Purse Cat. It's Drug Dog.
I forget.
For the Adventures of Purse Cat and Drug Dog.
No, Purse Cat and Drug Dog are like Spider-Man and Black Cat because
yeah.
Purse Cat has drugs inside of her.
Yeah.
And Drug Dog's trying to get him.
Gotta get him.
I guess Catwoman, Batman.
I
would be
had
better.
forgotten.
About Purse Cat. Sorry, I interrupted you with that soundboard. I've got too much power. But you learn later that all of the DDS systems are named K number, so K1, K2, K3, and this just happens to be K9. And then you're just like, hey, pretty please, can we go into his office? And Michael's like, okay, I guess. And so
All right.
you all shuffle along to the DDS room. And you learn that the computers in the Tokugawa network are all connected by this thing called T-Gear 99, which is what I call my private parts. And you find out that the day he disappeared, on the 15th, he was supposed to deliver 100 sets of K9 to the Beyond Coast Central Hospital.
It's a lot of
which
dogs.
is the yes, a lot of fucking 100 dogs at the hospital. They put a dog. They got a dogs. They got a dogs in the hospital. No way.
A lot of
And
dogs.
they work with BCCH pretty closely because it's the biggest hospital and beyond. And it's Tokugawa's like largest single market. And so Hojo's work is like kind of centered around that hospital.
Well, and even they comment in that moment. They're like, 100 seems like a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot for a sample. Fuck yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And he's got a picture of his he's got the picture of him and Karen or Lorraine that you have is in the office here.
Yeah.
Which apparently is weird. Like they think that's weird for some reason. That he's just got a picture of his wife, which is strange to me that they think it's weird.
Yeah, like his wife.
Yeah. And you could also kind of like look through like all the different delivery methods of like how to like how they get delivered, and one of them is via mosquito, which is going to become important later.
Well, so this is what's weird is that like so the systems are eyes, but that sounds awful. Unless I guess it was like eye drops. Patches.
Dead Space.
Got
Dead
those
Space
already.
2.
We already have patches.
Yeah, got patches.
Buccal mucus membranes, so gum, which we got that. We already have that.
Yeah.
We have all of them other than the dog one and the mosquito one.
The dog one.
The dog one.
I love we're canonically calling this the dog one now, which makes me feel very happy.
Well,
100%.
there is a paw print at the bottom of Hojo's whiteboard.
That's true.
Yeah, see?
I forgot about that.
I'm just saying.
What was the mosquito story that we recently learned about? Wasn't like Google
The
harnessing
Google
the
releasing like
power of-
32 million mosquitoes.
Dude, somebody's
yeah.
been playing
Google
Policenauts
is
over
raising
there.
Google is raising an army of 32 million mosquitoes, like some kind of Metal Gear Solid villain. Is the PC Gamer article?
I love it.
Yeah. But yeah. So you go back to reception, and because Michael is now standing up, you can kind of get a glimpse of the floor plan behind his desk, but you can't make up much of it. And he tells you that they don't normally share details of it with people. There's also this very big yellow security door in the back of the office that he refuses to let you go near. So something's up back there.
I wonder.
What's back there? It's
Yeah.
the secrets to the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
I bet.
Yep.
You also learn that that Hojo lives in Tokugawa Hills,
Yes.
which is an upper class residential part of Beyond where a lot of Japanese people live.
Interesting.
It being
Oh, yeah.
named after a corporation is fuck. Don't like that. That's kind
They made a whole comment too, where they were like, "There sure are a lot of Japanese on Beyond."
Yeah,
like,
it's the
"Oh, right."
one.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
one piece of like casual racism that I can excuse because it was made by Japanese people. So it's like
Sure.
if anybody is allowed to put casual Japanese racism, it's a Japanese person. I can't touch that one. The rest of it, absolutely, I can't object to that at all. That's not my.
I think the Ed thing's not even casual. That's professional.
No, that's professional.
That's
That
ranked.
is like
It's big
that's
racism.
player. That's player hater racism. Yeah. But yeah, so this is from here. This is when I went to the house. So I went to the Hojo house. If you all are happy to move on to the house,
I'm happy to
Yeah.
go to that.
Yeah, okay. Chad, what because my thought process was, especially since we found the photo and stuff, I was like, oh, you know what? We should hit up his daughter next. Who better? And maybe we could snoop around the house. But Chad, what was your thinking about going directly to the hospital?
Wait, you want to know what
because of the
Chad's
conversation?
Wait.
Oh, please.
Sorry, you want to know what your thinking was?
What?
Fuck it.
That's what it was. Yeah. Sorry,
That's
Go,
what I'm always
proceed.
thinking. That's just running through my brain.
I'm
nonstop.
always
Yeah,
thinking
pretty
that.
much.
I'm always thinking that. That's what I'm always going through.
The almost like this supply chain discussion about how the hospital has such a tight relationship with the pharmaceutical side of the business. I think that's probably what urged me to go in that direction. It felt like the natural progression to be like, all right, we'll go to the fucking hospital next and see
Yeah.
what the hell's going on.
Chad
But
had
I
his
think-
mind on the case, and I had my mind on where that girl at.
Oh yeah, Chad's got his mind on the case. Alessio's got his mind on the case. No.
Chad's got his mind on how the fuck can I finish this game in the
as
quickest
quickly
as
as
quick as
possible.
possible. Yeah. Are you cool to talk about the house then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Chad?
No,
No, thank you.
I don't want to talk. I
That
don't want to
is
hear
not
nothing.
Tokugawa Hospital.
That's not what it's called.
That's not- So you go to the Hojo household. You go up to the door. Karen answers and just starts berating
Love
Jonathan
it.
for like
So,
ruining.
real quick, before she even has time to berate him, the first thing that happens is Jonathan immediately yells the name of her dead mother,
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
which is just a
Lorraine?
great start.
No,
Love
yeah.
it. He's great. Also,
Wonderful-
this house is
wonderful
gorgeous,
start.
and they even comment about how
Beautiful
it's weird
house.
that it has so many windows.
Mm.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like the house in Snatcher.
It does.
It does. It does. Yeah. Which famously had a very important scene involving a window.
True.
Oh fuck! Good call. Wow.
Yeah. So
K9.
she's
oh
just,
no!
oh fuck! It's K9, the
my new
dog
rapping
drug. My rapping name is Oh fuck! It's K9. That's your tag.
That's
Oh
my
fuck!
tag.
It's K. Oh fuck! It's K9 with it. K9. Just fucking Courage the Cowardly. But yeah, so she is just like you ruin our lives at every turn, and she is just not having it. He's like, look, your mom asked for my help, and Karen is just like, she died asking you for help, and I'm gonna find my dad by myself. And then Ed steps in. He's like, look, Jonathan would never intentionally hurt them. And then she goes, she never got over him. She always kept his picture, and that my mom and my dad argued about how she couldn't let him go. And she just grew up despising this man that was ruining her parents' marriage, basically. And Ed's like, look, he's been lost in space until 3 years ago. You can't blame him for this. And Jonathan is like, look, you and your father could be tied up in something like huge. I want to help you. And she's just like, fine, come in.
This is
So
all
you go
good
into
shit,
this-
by the way.
No, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
fantastic. Like,
He also
again,
doesn't say anything creepy. All he says at one
Yeah.
point, I think, if you look at her, is like, "Oh wow, like you're very attractive," or what? You know what I mean? Like, "Oh, she's a very good-looking lady. I
No,
understand
he
why
does-
you're a host
he
on
does-
the TV."
they may have changed it for the Saturn version. He does mention her considerable assets in the PlayStation version.
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh,
At one point, you
no.
can't like touch her or grab her or do anything like that.
So
but, like,
her age, by the way, is so close to the 25-year thing that I'm wondering if she's Jonathan's daughter.
just like actually, and not
Yeah,
could be actually
She's a frozen.
because like
because
Whoa,
I think
fuck.
he disappeared for 25 years, but I think she's like 27 or something, or 26. It's like very close.
it's very close. Also, like they didn't they like get married? Her and what's his name? Kenji, is that his first name?
Kenzo.
Kenzo. Didn't they get married like 6 months after? Like
He
she
did.
got remarried very
Yeah.
quickly. So could be. Never know.
Maybe she got that baby bump.
Yeah.
Can we give a round of applause to Hidejima's restraint here? The fact that she does not have bouncing boobs and cannot be at the very
I will
least.
give him that. I will give him. He can have a little golf clap for that.
Thank you, sir.
The entire time, Jonathan's
Sir
like,
Kojima.
I will not
Jamie,
because they might be
please.
blood related.
Listen, I wouldn't expect
Even
that.
better.
Oh
yeah,
no.
somebody, yeah. So you can kind of like look around. There is something on the table called a CELS, which is a closed ecological life support system, which is the
This was
self-sufficient
kinda tight.
plant. Yeah,
Pretty cool.
it's this self-sufficient plant that works kind of like Beyond, where you don't need to do anything with it. It can just sit there and it'll like sustain itself. But if you like break the glass, if there's one little disturbance, it'll just be completely unable to support life, which is
So
also
crazy.
very, very
Do not give that to my daughter.
ominous. No, very ominous.
Just throw it across the room.
Did you break the CELS, Edie? I did not.
Yeah,
I did not.
No, but the other thing she's been saying a lot lately is if you ask her anything, she just goes, "Nope." She says it all the time.
What a great kid, man.
She's a little shit now. You got to come visit again and experience true Edith in her final.
Yeah,
form.
I would.
True Edith.
Well,
Final
Edith needs to experience true Lily in her final
That's
form, too.
true.
Whoa.
I will say I'm not super thrilled about the idea of going to Georgia right now,
Yeah, no, for sure.
but bring her to Washington. We'll
Yeah,
ham it up. Another
Or
interesting thing
alternatively,
here.
Let's
Canada.
all meet in Toronto.
Yeah.
World Cup.
Um,
that's everywhere. What the fuck? Who cares?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Where
yeah,
we're
really
going.
it's
fuck
here.
that. Dude,
Like
they're
it's in
coming to
Washington.
Atlanta.
Like I don't.
Well, yeah,
I
no,
know.
fuck
Yeah,
that.
we're like, there's what, 7 cities? I think all 3 of us are represented. Look at that. Look at us
Hell
big
yeah.
city fucking
Hey.
dwellers over here.
Let's go. We're important enough for World
Oh,
Cup
they're
action.
not going to St. Louis. Sorry, James.
Sorry, James. That's why he's not.
Boo.
That's why he's not fucking here today, loser.
He's crying.
Can't even get a
dude.
World. Can't even get a World Cup.
He's crying.
No World
They're
Cup
playing
ass
the-
bitch.
They're they're playing the World Cup out in East St. Louis, bitches. Let's go.
That would be incredible, actually.
Yeah. So another interesting thing here is that you can watch the news that Karen is on while you're in the room with her.
This is some fucking Kojima reffin shit right here.
Yeah. So you can watch a report about how there was a demonstration of 10,000 at the Tokugawa building. And there were no injuries, but police were called. It was like this whole thing. And there's another story about how after 30 years of existence, Beyond Coast is starting to deteriorate, and they are working on a 10-year plan to replace all of its parts to kind of fix it up a little bit. So that's worrying. After learning about the CELS shit, that's very worrying. You find out that they basically use like CG and AI and stuff to create a duplicate of Karen on the
They like
news.
change her
Deepfake
clothes.
Yeah,
About that.
yeah, like clothes and everything. Like it's fucking weird.
Which is another
because
like
she's-
premonition thing. Like it's a really cool,
Yeah.
like, holy shit, wow, that's fucking actually ended up happening, more or less.
Yeah.
Like we're
Yeah,
on the
fucking
cusp of having that
deepfakes.
as a viable thing that can be done.
Yeah,
Horrifying.
and he is apparently now helping to make that a
Yeah, oh,
reality,
great,
so
yeah.
fucking
Yeah, thanks, Kojima.
but yeah, so you kind of learn that she's a CG person.
She's a
She also
VTuber.
like kind of she's a VTuber. Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah, fuck, man. Advent
The
of
OG
VTubers,
VTuber.
fucking. What was the VTuber that was in Death Stranding that he loved so much?
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
Fucking- Yeah,
What is their name?
the dawn of Usami Kokogawa or something weird like that. I don't know. Whatever. She mentions that she had like a makeshift funeral for Lorraine, and that she was the only one there because Lorraine didn't have many friends. And
That
because her
sucks,
body, and it was, yeah, it is kind of fucked. And her body and things are still being held on home, which is why they had to be kind of makeshift. And then you kind of learn about her disease. So she has aplastic anemia, which is this disease where the cells in her blood that create new blood are damaged and can't
yeah.
kind of create blood cells properly. What? Hell yeah. Hell no.
Hell yeah. My blood.
Hell
It's
yeah.
all come
My
back
blood.
to the blood.
My blood.
My blood.
Blood.
They're storing her blood with Raidens.
Oh no. Who's they?
They, brother, I don't know what to tell you. But she can she can become anemic. She can get hemorrhages really easily. She can become more susceptible to infection, and she got it because of exposure to cosmic radiation.
Hell yeah.
And it's just from being in space, and you kind of find out that Beyond does not have a fucking mesothelioma hotline for aplastic anemia. They don't have anything set up for compensation, and she's kind of like not interested in being used by like the protesters and having her like message twisted. And so she kind of reveals my only option is to get a bone marrow transplant. So that's kind of crazy.
But, and this is what tipped me off that she might be Jonathan's biological kid. They're like, oh, in order to find like the perfect match biologically, it's so difficult and it has to be blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, oh yeah, Jonathan's gonna.
That's interesting.
Chad's looking stone faced as fuck right now, so I'm thinking I might be on the right track.
It must.
People's wobble, but they don't fall down. Shit, you just did. Chad.
Listen, man, it must be Pride Month because that man's a stone wall. You know what I'm saying?
The first brick at Stonewall was thrown by a straight white man. I'm saying it here first.
He's claiming that. Truth to power, brother. Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Also says a black trans woman, which is like yeah. Anyway,
that's how it gives me the legitimacy that I need to make that fucking insane statement.
Still won't say the word though, so you know what I mean.
No,
is it valid? No, I don't know.
You gotta
sign, seal, deliver that with a kiss. Every kiss begins with N.
No.
Gillian.
Before we devolved into that unfortunate bit for you, we were going to say something about like another thing that she says or that you talk about in the room, aren't you?
Yeah, that notably her father was pulling strings to get her moved up on the transplant priority list. And also that he had talked her into taking some kind of like immunosuppressive drug therapy that they're kind of vague about. I don't think they say exactly what it was. Yeah, maybe it's K9. I don't know.
Could be K9. He also mentions this plateau thing to Karen. She also doesn't know what it means. And you can also give her the picture of him and Lorraine. And, you know, he says, I feel Lorraine's spirit in this Chili's tonight. And I feel like I shouldn't have this photo. And I want you to decide what to do with it. So
this was a really cool moment. I was very
This is great.
Yeah. Jonathan, he's racking up all the good boy points so he can burn through all of them in an instant.
Right.
Every
and again,
place he goes to in the next like three parts of this act.
This is what I mean, where it's like I do legitimately want to be engaged in this game. But again,
Sure.
I've got, and especially like again, one of these things, like he mentions her considerable asset. So it even like in the middle of this conversation, you can like cut the tension if you just happen to be like pressing buttons, and it's just like, fuck, man, whatever. But yeah, so it's like whatever. It's brutal.
Hey,
because
the
photo
thing. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say the photo thing is particularly of note because we find out that over time, like the whole Karen reveals that I always get Karen and Lorraine mixed up. Lorraine was always pining after Jonathan, and that was really starting to wear on Kenzo to the point where he just kind of freaked the fuck out and burned every picture of him that she owned.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a real dickhead thing to do. She's really bad. 0 for 2 here on Life Partners.
Yeah, it's like which I understand, like as somebody's new partner, like feeling frustrated with this like idea that they can't let go of their old partner. That's fucked.
But,
That's
But it's
yeah,
like essentially their former partner died. So it's really weird to be like,
Yeah.
get this shit the fuck out of here.
right. It's not like they had like a rocky, like messy breakup. Like
Yeah.
she assumes he's dead, and so that's part of the reason.
Yeah.
He's on Reddit, like RAITH is like, am I the asshole for
Am I
burning
the
the photos
asshole?
of my wife's ex?
I will say this. If Lorraine were still alive, I would have one burning question to ask, which is why the fuck do you like this dude?
Yeah, that's
Maybe
True.
space made him a pervert. Maybe it's not his fault.
That's what
Maybe.
I'm saying. I think it was the 25 years in isolation that he's just
25 years in
Jonesing.
space made you a pussy.
That's him to Ed.
I I also wonder too, they do make very like very like they bring attention to the fact that Karen looks just like her mom, right?
a lot.
Her mom is a Nisei. Kenzo is Japanese. Or he also might be a Nisei, I'm not sure, but I think
I think she
full-
said he's
full
also a Nisei.
yeah.
So
So
you've
you've got
like
these
an Nisei festival.
right. And so like you would think
right.
that like she would have some deviation in how she looks based on that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And
Jonathan's
so
like, why don't you look Japanese?
that
You
does
don't look
kinda
Japanese
seem
enough.
well, he does question. Lorraine has to have to remind him at the beginning of the game. I'm Japanese too, remember?
That's true.
So
He's like, why the fuck
that-
were you at the Japanese festival? Jonathan, I'm
right,
Japanese.
it's like I'm Japanese. So I wonder if that might also be a hint towards her being his daughter because she does look very much like her mom, and she seems to have not gotten like many like Japanese features out of.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So you can. I didn't think about the CD shelf until after his room. I don't even know if you can look at it until after the room because she tells you about the CDs in the room.
I think I looked at it before I went to the room.
I think you can just look at it if you want. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I looked
Well-
at his sound system, and she was telling me about his like love of music. And I looked at the shelf, and she's like, "Yeah, he was really into all this stuff." And then it cut to like
Gotcha.
that view where you could poke around,
Yeah.
and it was cool
It's-
to see all the
it's-
Tappy produced
Oh, yeah.
songs because Tappy produced multiple songs for Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. It's very cool because it kind of acts like a fucking like song player because every CD is a different
Yeah.
song and you could just like sit there and listen to the soundtrack if you wanted to. It's very
It's
cool.
really sick.
There's also like this blank CD that's on the shelf that when you play it, it's just like static.
Yeah, I'm curious about that if that's going to come back up because I kept trying to see if I could take it.
You can't take it. I mean, it feels very strange to have that and then not. It's like Chekhov's CD case. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna? What are you gonna do?
Classic.
For context, this is like it's just like any other shot in the game. It's just a CD shelf that you can interact with. There's I think 50 CD cases here.
It's a lot of them.
You can look at them
it's
to
a
get the
lot.
artist name and the track title, and you can listen to hear it. And it's the entire game's soundtrack.
Yeah.
And apparently, this one screen takes up 1/6 of the entire game's data.
Fuck
That's
yeah, dude! That
insane.
rules. I love that.
But they were like, "We got to put it in." It feels totally unnecessary, but it's so sick that they did
That's
it
such
anyway.
a Kojima
Yeah.
thing.
it's
I feel like.
it's
Yeah.
very cool. It is very Kojima thing.
I really
Oh,
wish that there was music from other games. Like I think there's a
Like-
Snatcher song, isn't there? There's like one Snatcher song, but I don't think there's any Metal Gear music.
That's
Write in and tell us.
I think One Night in
If there is
Neo
any
Kobe City is
soundtrack.
on that shelf. I think.
Oh, banger!
ooh.
She's trying to tell you her sob story about her fucking depressing family,
and you're just like, just fucking popping off.
But yeah, so you can from here you can go into Hojo's office. You kind of learn a little bit. It's a traditional Japanese style room, but with like the tatami mats and everything. You learn that the tatami mats are like artificial, and there's also like a desk that like a tatami desk or whatever that's in the room that's designed to be lower to the ground so you can sit or kneel on the tatami mat and use the desk. And And she mentions that he kind of just like threw his stuff there when he was done with work for the day and just like used the room. You can also look, he has this poster on the wall with the word Odo, I think is how you would pronounce that, which means the high road. And she said that his philosophy was to always take the high road, which was exemplified by him burning all of Jonathan's photos. When he got super mad.
Great job, Kenzo.
Fantastic work, son.
You can also look there. He's got a diagram of like the various family crests of like just not all of them, but like a bunch of like
some real
like 8 family crests. Yeah, and they all
big
look like
8 families or whatever.
Yeah, the big 8. Tokugawa's on there, and then there is a Hojo family, but not his Hojo family, a different Hojo family.
Which is weird.
Yeah, it's very strange. There's also like a family shrine in the back of the room, and
well, that one's
you kind of
sad
see
because it's like dedicated.
You get a
to
really
Rain,
sweet
right?
scene, like very depressing but very sweet scene if you inspect it.
Yeah. Jonathan
blames
kind of
himself
blames
for her death.
Yeah, and Karen is just like, you can take some comfort in the fact that she was happy to see you again. Like she had some joy. She had some joy in her life before she died, which is kind of nice. But yeah, like Karen also kind of mentions that like she didn't think she would have to use it so soon. And it's now being set up for Lorraine and all this other stuff. And she just wishes that she could get the body back, but it's so hard to get bodies from home at this point and ship them back. And it's just such a hassle. So
been there.
Yeah, same. So she tells you a little bit more about Kenzo, and she tells you that he at one point like broke down in tears saying that he wanted to quit his job at Tokugawa, and that he said, "They tricked me. I hate my fucking job." Were his exact words. And she was like, he never swore. That really surprised me, and he never mentioned it again after that. It was just this moment of weakness. And then after that, he kind of became way more pensive and kind of felt like he was trying to avoid her in the weeks leading up to his disappearance. So you can ask about his hobbies, and she'll say he didn't really have any friends, kind of like Lorraine. They kind of like isolated themselves, it seems like. So he didn't really have any friends, and he spent his free time just kind of listening to CDs. And that he was almost never home because he didn't get along with Lorraine anymore, and their relationship turned him into a workaholic.
He sounds just like me.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Alessio, as your lawyer, no, I'm kidding. And I think the most important thing for the investigation is that you can find his spare Tokugawa ID card, and you can kind of take it just in case, they say.
Oh, you know, I tried to show it to a lot of people that would fire or get mad if, and every time I tried to show it,
why?
Jonathan's like, "No, we really shouldn't. Not right here. Not right now."
Yeah, you can show it to the receptionist at the Tokugawa building, and she's just like, "Yeah, that looks like an ID card. What's up?" Like she just doesn't care. Like nobody cares.
Anything like that, like when you show the picture of your wife and everybody's like, "Okay."
Yeah, thanks.
Nice, great photo, dude.
Yeah. So as you go to leave, Jonathan kind of apologizes for everything, and then Karen is just like, "Look, I need you to make me a promise. No matter how bad it is, you need to tell me about my father. If you find something, I'll pay you what my mom was going to pay you." And Jonathan declines payment. He agrees to the promise.
Jonathan's
and then
like,
Karen,
I don't want 25 blowjobs from you, Karen.
Yeah. Karen, God.
That's the payment.
Karen then asks if it's okay for her to call him Jonathan, and he agrees, which I feel like may be like a relic from the Japanese. She probably calls him like Ingram-san or something like that, and like asks to be like, if he can,
true.
if she
I
can
guess
be
she never really
more
says,
like, yeah, like less formal with him. So
Yeah,
that would be
makes
my
sense.
guess.
He's like, "Yeah, call me Johnny."
That one. Oh,
No.
that one.
Call me Weekend Johnny. Yeah.
Oh no, not Weekend Johnny.
That
Not Weekend Johnny.
He's going to the Kabuki
turn.
Quarter.
Oh no, that one turn.
He's making
though,
friends with the strippers. No. one of them is one of them's in the PTA. Oh my God.
I will say the turn where she's like, "Hey, can I call you Jonathan?" and gets all sweet and stuff. I did feel like it was like a little unearned. Like I kind of thought,
Yeah, it's a little.
when
Yeah,
maybe when he
I
comes
think-
back and they have a conversation again down the road would be appropriate.
Like what if you do find out about Kenzo and then you tell her about and that's when she like kind of like
it just felt
starts
very
to
like
forgive you.
Snatcher with
Yeah.
the three women being like, I hate you, but really, do you want to go out on a date? Like within 5 minutes. Like
Yeah.
It's very strange. She apologized for being out of line as well, and Ed tells her to be careful, and it's like if something suspicious happens, call the police. You may also be in danger. And then she also brings up the watch out for dogs. They might bite you. They might be thrown through. They might be flung through windows at you. You never know.
with their guts cut open.
Oh God. That's you have to dig in there, and that's how they deliver the medicine. That's K9.
Oh, this one has Tylenol in it.
Hey, it's like a fucking drug dog pinata. Guts and Tylenol, man.
Gross.
Guts and Tylenol that gives you autism. Hell yeah. She also brings up the cigarette, and she's like, "My mom never mentioned you smoked." And he's like,
Just like you look stupid.
What a moron.
From here, I went to the hospital.
Before we leave, I have a Kojima note.
Hell yeah.
Kenzo Hojo's study they designed it to be exceedingly Japanese on purpose, like to the point of like parody almost, with the tatami mats and the like shoji sliding door and everything, because they wanted to reflect the grip on Beyond's culture that Tokugawa has managed to gain, and how basically they control so much that they are literally controlling culture and design itself on these stations.
Wow, I like
I
it.
definitely didn't get that, but that's cool.
Thank you, Hidejima.
So we go to the hospital now, BCCH, Beyond Coast Central Hospital, and outside you can see this big fucking elevator, and they talk about how it like goes up to like the 0G ward at the center of the colony. And they kind of talk about how 0G, this is where I could see 0G being good, not for sex, but for this. It's good for treating like bedridden patients or ones with like large burns
really
all over their
smart,
body, because you can like kind of like get a 360 without moving them and disturbing them too much. And it's also good for operations because blood doesn't spurt in 0G, so you can like do operations that would
Speak for yourself.
I'm good.
Yeah, well, over in the Kabuki ward, I'll tell you some things that are spurting over there.
Yeah.
When you bleed in space, it pushes you backward.
Oh.
So I'm about to spurt. So you go into the lobby and you can kind of like look and investigate things. And I'd like to talk about a little conversation you have with this person. So one of the people that's sitting in the lobby is wearing this like red thing around his head, and you can kind of click on him and look at him. Jonathan calls him a Chinese looking guy. And it was at this point that I said,
yes.
Oh, lo and behold, the first thing this man does is sneeze. And I was like, let's fucking go.
It's Napoleon.
Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
it's Napoleon. He introduces himself as Napoleon. He's an informant from back on home.
So Snatcher is canon.
Yeah.
They're kind of playing with the idea that it might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly.
He says that he's here on vacation, but he came to Beyond to see if they could fix his Snow 9 allergy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And then
very
he has a freak out moment and mistakes Jonathan for Gillian because they look so much alike.
Do they look that much alike?
I think you're
so.
supposed to, like, canonically. I think we even made a joke, I think, in like the first episode that they did.
Yeah. But he's like freaking out. It's like, Gillian, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be back doing Snatcher shit? And it's like, oh, so that's very funny.
Shouldn't you be back down there groping women? And Jonathan's like, hey, I'm fucking, what are you? I'm trying. I'm only one man over
I'm
here.
fucking trying. If I'm trying, I'm dying. On and saying,
Jonathan should just tell everybody that he's checking to see if they are snatchers.
Yeah.
Easily get away with it.
Nah, that's the idea. Well, they have the fucking genital unit, so he should be trying to yank some
G
shit
unit.
out. G
Unit.
That's what it stands for. You can talk to the receptionist, and you kind of find out like
incredible. The receptionist
incredible stuff.
comic.
You find out that the director of the hospital used to be a model, and all of their uniforms are name brand. First of all,
They're insane looking for
in
like nurse or receptionist outfits at a hospital. They have no business looking
it's
sexualized.
at all.
Well,
But they try and make
keep
some
in
excuse.
mind-
They're like made out of a material that like prevents bloods, like and like liquids and stuff. Like it's this
Classic
weird.
Kojima.
Victor's like, get that
backwards
shit off.
explanation.
Get that away from me. I want all the blood.
And you keep in mind that the portrait at which they're speaking to you or whatever is like I don't know, like sternum up kind
Yeah.
of
Because they're sitting like at a hospital desk,
It's
right?
like a
They're sitting
reception
lower
desk.
than
It's
you,
not
but
like-
it's a very high desk.
Yeah. Like the angle isn't suspicious. It wouldn't be suspicious if not for everything we know about this game and this man. There's also a great
is incredible.
Well, so first things first, the other things that there's the woman you're talking to, there's another woman looking down at the computer, and then there's a woman facing away and you can see her butt. And if you look at this, if you look at the butt of the nurse behind the desk, Jonathan says, "Look at that ass. I eat anything off that ass."
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
And Ed goes, "Yeah, I'd hit that."
I don't think he says I'd hit that in the Saturn one, but he definitely says something sexual.
Ed has a moment of vulnerability. He's like, I'm only human. God damn.
You also
so
if
weird
you try
for
and
him to be like, I'd eat anything off of it. Like, what the fuck?
yeah. It's basically like one step away from like I'd eat.
Would you?
Yeah. I mean, like it's one of those things where it's just it's
Sloppy
like one
Joe.
step away
Auto
from
on
like I'd eat the corn out of her shit, man. Like that's how hot she is. Like it's like one step away from that.
Jonathan would say that is true.
The other thing that's funny too is that like if you try and talk to either the ass nurse or the nurse that's on the computer off to the side, the main nurse will be like, "She's busy. Am I not? Can you just not talk to me? Like what the fuck's wrong with you? Like what are you
True,
doing?"
yeah. Fair.
You kind of try and ask about Kenzo here, and you learn she doesn't know who he is. She's never seen him. If he did in fact work for Tokugawa, he would have come in through the staff entrance and would not have come through the main entrance. So you should ask the director in the director's office, which is just down the hallway over here. So that's our next stop. Before we do that,
we got it.
Something specific here.
Yeah, so once you talk to her for enough, if you do look enough times, Jonathan is like, "Oh man, I wish I could see a little bit better because she looks like she's stacked." And then you do like a stand on your tippy toes thing.
Oh god!
And the whole screen just like goes up to reveal her boobs.
Well, so the best part is that it does the pan up to reveal, and then there's a couple more lines of dialogue, and then it's revealed that he's just standing on his tippy toes at the desk like a fucking moron.
Yeah,
and
the
that is
nurse
genuinely
like,
really funny.
Yeah, the nurse
That's
was like,
insane.
"Bro, what are you doing?" But then you can just jiggle those boobs. It's crazy.
Yeah, of course. And then
she gets very,
unfortunately,
very mad at you.
I did not jiggle them. I feel like that's how I know that like I am sufficiently woman brained, is that I feel like I don't push these scenes as far as I could because I just don't think to do it. Like I think I missed.
I gotta know.
I mean, to be fair,
know.
the first time I played this game, I did not know you could do anything with the stewardess. I think at this point, because of the coverage for the show, I'm just like, fuck it. Like, let's go.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you want to know? Okay. The thing that I'm doing here, and I'm realizing subconsciously, is I'm not fully investigating these horny scenes because in the back of my mind, I'm like, Alessio's got me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it. That's
Yeah,
a
man.
compliment, I guess.
Your stunt.
So you go stunt pervert Alessio Summer School at your service.
All right, Lily, for this next take, we're going to bring in your stunt pervert, actually. Can we get Alessio on set?
Yeah, let me at him.
Quiet on the set, stunt pervert. Stunt pervert moving, quiet on the set. So you go into the director's office and you discover that the director is a sultry blonde lady named Chris Goldwyn.
This entire backstory is fucking absurd.
Yeah, so she is
Right
she
off,
used
so
to
right
be
off
a
the bat,
model.
real quick. our precious
Yes.
little misogynist Jonathan, his first words were, "You're the director."
Yeah.
Hell
yes.
yeah. Great start, dude.
Yeah,
Good
great
job.
start,
You're doing
brother.
good.
Love that. Love that for you. She gets very excited about them being Policenauts, and she says, "We posed together when I was a model." And they
And
used
Jonathan
to
was
call
like,
her.
"How old were you?" Rubbing his hands together.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they
no.
used to call her Little Chris, and
Oh,
then
no.
they both marvel, especially Ed. I don't like especially Ed's tone. Marvel about how grown she's gotten. Hated that. Ed's tone sucked. Everything about this sucks.
It's a good thing that they weren't just like, "Oh no, baby Chris," just like something
Yeah.
absolutely.
Ooh, goo goo gaga Chris over there.
Well, so
why were they posing with a 14-year-old on the cover of any magazine?
Well,
It just feels so convoluted.
They talk about it because like it was basically like a tiger beat because like the
I mean,
girl,
I know
like,
what the game says.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense. But they kind of like marvel about how they're like, "Oh, you were so cute," and blah 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 blah. And she goes, "I would have been 14 at the time." Like,
And they're
what
just
a
like,
great time!
yeah.
To reveal.
Like, okay.
So what?
Also, when you look at the magazine cover, why did they make Ed so white? They made him so pale.
On the magazine cover, she looks like she's just like shoved off to one side too. It's like, here's the Policenauts.
No, isn't she in like the middle? She's like in the middle
Yeah,
of
she's
all
in the
five of
middle.
them. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is
she's
worse.
dead
I
center.
think I wish she was shoved off to the
Oh
side.
no, the middle is creepy.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So Jonathan calls Chris's boobs the elephant in the room, or two baby elephants. He calls them.
No, that's Meryl.
No, he calls
Ah,
Chris's
well,
boobs two baby
he-
elephants.
No.
But the
I'm
real
saying-
elephant.
I'm saying the true elephant.
Oh, gotcha, because of the sound effects. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
I get the joke. But again, of course, they jiggle. There's no problem. She has like almost at this point, she has like no problem with it. It's very strange. She has this thing in her pouch. If you investigate the pouch, called a mosquito, and it is one of the I think it's K8, but it's this micro machine designed like a mosquito, and it's meant to like draw blood and deliver drugs. So it's this
This
little
is before
thing. It's supposed
Kojima knew about nano machines. They were micro
Right.
machines,
to-
like the car.
you also see, yeah.
That's my drug delivery system.
That's
Drive
literally
a
all
fucking
I
micro
have.
machine
fucking
into my veins.
roll a micro machine up my arm and launch it off the fucking shelf. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Fucking let her rip, baby. But yeah, so you also can see a picture of her when she was 19 holding a baby that is a son of a friend.
She got
It's like
real weird about that.
really weird.
weird photo.
I don't like, it's very strange because like if you don't like being asked about the picture, why do you have the picture up? Like, what's happening here? Like, why
It
is
made it
this a
sound like
thing?
I think it was her kid that she gave up for adoption. Was the vibe?
I think that might be the idea, and that's why she has. It's very strange because she kind of like tries to explain it later. It's just like I was just holding my friend's kid, but it does seem like it was her kid that got.
Oh, ew! Do you think it's Tokugawa's kid?
Oh no, I hate that. Don't want to talk.
No.
Do not want to talk
Yeah,
about that
let's-
any further.
Let's move along.
Yeah. She says that she's never heard of Hojo, but she tells you about this guy named Ishida, who is a Nisei Beyond that works for Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals and acts as their pharmacist. And so you kind of learn that like there is a pharmacy that has all of the drugs in the hospital that is connected to the director's office that like Tokugawa representatives just work out of. So they've developed this system where you go to the hospital and then the doctors can prescribe the prescriptions to you directly at the hospital. And then you go to the hospital pharmacy to pick it up, and they make a lot of discussion about how it benefits the doctors and it benefits the insurance companies and no one else. Interesting.
Well, so that's the thing. Is so Ed out of nowhere goes on this huge rant about this weird form of privatized pharmacare that they have on Beyond. But he like he even has like he's backing it up with data. It's just out of nowhere. He's like, well, you see the profit margins, hospitals and drug companies are like making an extra 20 to 30% room on every time they prescribe anything. And, don't get me started on the Tokugawa lobbyists. Just like, what the fuck, Ed?
Whoa, Ed, you fucking
Kojima's upbringing coming through.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, quoting his father, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. then you kind of find out that she quit modeling like 20 years ago and then inherited the hospital from her parents when they died in an ecoplane disaster. I didn't know that hospital ownership was hereditary.
That's crazy.
Yeah, please, God. You can then also ask about the mosquito, and as this happens, the mosquito escapes from the pouch. And of course, Jonathan and Ed get very pervy about this because it lands all over her body, and Jonathan and Ed are arguing about who gets to take care of the mosquito. And
so it took like 2 or 3, because at first it's very innocuous, right? It like lands on a wall. And then you go to hit it, and then it like lands on a bookshelf, and then like it just does this whole thing.
It like and then it lands on her body on like innocuous places.
Well, at first I thought it was just me being unable to click it fast enough.
Sure,
and then
it does
I was
a good job of making you feel like that's the case.
And then I was like, God damn it, Kojima! I see what
I have never. And it goes on for an uncomfortably long time.
Oh yeah, and then Chris
the build up to the actual.
Why are you touching?
Yeah,
it? Like.
Yeah, I've never wanted.
This is the first instance of
like.
This is the first time where it's not optional. Like you have to engage this time.
Yes.
Right? Is this the first time in the game?
I think so. Well, do you have to ask about the mosquito?
I mean, if you don't ask about the mosquito, then yeah. But like, how would you like if you're investigating everything? How would you possibly know this was going to happen? If you ask
this is a required scene. Yeah.
I don't know if it was. It could be. I don't know.
All I know is that she was like very playful at first, and then by the end of it, she gets like
very frustrated.
Yeah.
She's like, "Okay, fuck it, this is insane. Stop."
Yeah. Obviously, it ends with you fucking smacking her tits, jiggle.
Well,
so making her sound.
Again,
Ed, dude,
demonizing himself here. Ed and Jonathan have like a brief argument over who gets to slap the titty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once Jonathan does slap and I don't know, kill it or guess like the stun it, he's like, "Oh, I love this case."
This fucking moron.
He just open mouth nose breathe. He's like, oh,
terrible. So you can from here after you deal with this, you can move into the pharmacy and you meet Jun Ishida.
Again, one more thing before we leave, Chris. As you're walking out the door, like a lot of people have been commenting, she's like, "Hey,
cigarette,
Jonathan, have you considered quitting smoking?" And his only half-assed defense is, "Well, I mean, I've got my cigarettes, you've got your perfume."
Yeah, have you considered quitting perfume?
And Chris, who is the director of a hospital, goes, "Yeah, fuck you."
Fair enough. I mean, I got nothing for it. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck?
Well, her perfume, they like make a big deal out of it. And it's lavender, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if that scent is going to come up later in the game.
Interesting. Well, because they talk about how like all of the like being around the drugs all the time makes you stinky, and
so stinky.
Yeah, and she wears the perfume to kind of like mask that scent.
I just feel like we're going to come across a crime scene at some point, and you're going to smell the
lavender,
air, and then
Chris. Little Chris.
Chris
Golden, also the voice actress of Lorraine Hojo, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Just like in Snatcher.
Yeah. Speaking of the smell, when you go into the pharmacy and you meet Jun, you loudly comment that he smells bad because of the drugs. He's like, "It's not that bad, is it? This guy fucking smells."
Just before you even ever talk to him, you're like, "Who's this stinky fuck?"
Like,
get a load of this fucking shit.
They're saying it
over here
out loud to the June comments. He's like, "What are you? Why are you saying this? It doesn't smell that bad."
Stop being so mean to me.
Yeah. He seems very surprised that Hojo has disappeared, but he also mentions like, "I didn't really know him that well. It was purely business." And then he talks about how K9 is supposed to be a DDS that is effective at spreading a drug evenly in weightless conditions, and it uses osmotic pressure to control the release of the drugs. So basically like a dog bite. And
it's very well said.
Thank you. And then this is when he kind of also talks about how the only people that benefit from the medical system are doctors and Tokugawa and insurance companies. Sounds very familiar. And he's also very not happy being kind of relegated to the pharmacy. He feels like he just got kind of like pushed there.
Like shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you discover, when you talk about the samples of K9, you find out that Kenzo only brought 3 sets of K9 to the hospital.
Interesting.
It's a much smaller number.
Yeah, and when you mentioned that his whiteboard said 100, Jun's like, they're only samples. Why would I need 100? That doesn't make any sense. So something's up here. He also mentioned that Kenzo, he was on edge during the delivery and mentioned that right after he was going to see President Tokugawa. And you also learn that he got invited to speak to the president very regularly because he liked to talk to Japanese people more. And then Jonathan and Ed call him a racist fuck, and that he's always been that way.
Apparently, yeah, Tokugawa will only dine with other Japanese people.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so because his work was so important and because he is also Japanese, he ate with Tokugawa a lot, which is interesting. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And then from here, you learn that Tokugawa, the president, should be at the prop, which is at the Tokugawa HQ at the center of the colony. And so away we go.
And the prop is the most gigantic tower that we've seen from
It goes right through the O'Neill cylinder.
Yeah, so it looks like it's this huge pillar that's built. Basically, it's built into the colony, and it's called the prop because it looks like it's supporting the colony. And in a lot of ways, symbolically, it is because of Tokugawa. So, very interesting. Jonathan sees it, and he's like, "Man, we might actually be in over our heads with this." And Ed kind of reassures him, and they move on to the building.
And the cool thing, as we'll find out here a little bit more in a second, is that because this is an O'Neill cylinder, like with the Hospital 0G tower, the closer you get to the central axis, the less gravity there is. So on the tippy top floors, there's basically none.
Yeah. They also talk about how crazy it is that you can see shit on the other side of the cylinder, other parts of the civilization that's looks like it's in the sky because of the way that it's built, which is pretty cool. They talk about how
wouldn't you have to be in the middle of the tower for it to have the least amount of gravity? Because if you were at the top, you would just be on the other side of the.
Well, because they never explain how that works. Are there 2 lobbies on either side of the colony? That's never really.
They
never say anything like that.
They don't.
Can you imagine?
If
my work commute is going to be so great, and then you're like, "Oh, the entrance is on the other side."
Fuck! If you didn't have to worry about the core, could you dig a tunnel all the way to China? That's what that conversation made me feel just then.
Yeah, some real fucking what's his name? Harry Carey, Will Ferrell. Yeah. If the moon was made of cheese,
would you eat it?
Yeah, I would.
So you go in and you can kind of look around and see that nothing super interesting is in the lobby area,
except for one thing.
We'll get to it. But you can see there's there's a room in the back with some traditional Japanese decorations, and you can kind of just kind of look at the lobby. If you go up to the receptionist, she's wearing this ridiculous fucking outfit that reveals her boob window. Jonathan cleavage. Jonathan says she has a flirty she has a flirty face like the type you'd see on teenagers.
Oh no.
Love it.
Is that in the Saturn one? I really don't remember that line.
I don't fucking know, man. It's in the PlayStation one.
I feel like the PlayStation one is just a sex offender edition.
He also calls her sugar tits at one point if you talk to her.
Okay, well that's not in the Saturn version. I don't remember sugar tits.
He definitely calls her sugar tits in the PlayStation version. I made sure to note that down. Bastard game, bastard man.
Sex offender edition is so funny.
That's crazy.
So why is it? I want to know why Bob is the only receptionist that doesn't get to dress scantily clad. Why can't Bob get a little slutty?
Yeah, why can't I get a little? Why can't
what if he wanted to?
Yeah, he just wishes.
I heard if you hit select 17 times and you go and come back out of the police lobby 20 times, he's wearing what the Tokugawa woman is wearing.
Fuck yeah.
And he's much happier.
He can honk to your heart's content. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's way less mean to you because he can be who he wants to be. Congratulations on your transition, Roberta.
Penis too big.
That's such a great bit, man. You can get a bit of history too about the company's divisions, as well as kind of like the lineage of the different generations. You find out that Sadoki is the third generation president. There were 2 generations before him. And then you also kind of learn that Tokugawa, he is up in the garden, which is this like big area, like this like leisure area in the building, planning for Beyond's 30th anniversary. And this company's integrated fucking everywhere, so he's like on point for like its 30th anniversary. And as you talk to her more, you can like check, like they keep records of coming and going, and you find out that on the 15th, Kenzo arrived at 4 p.m., went straight to talk to the president, but doesn't say when he left. So there's no record of departure. And she talks about how
Still
it would
there.
it would be incredibly hard to bypass the system. So he should still be in the building. So yeah, there's some fishy shit going on here. And then if you show her the photo of the police knots, she doesn't want to let you through, but if you show her the photo of the police knots, she'll recognize you and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Go on through, so you can go talk to the president." Because
couple
she
things
thinks that,
here.
like, you're friends.
When you do that, she asks Jonathan if he's had anti-aging surgery, and I did like this. She just goes, "Nah, I just got a lot of sleep when I was younger."
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
That's
It's again
pretty
like
good.
that's pretty good.
A
There's
couple
also
Kojima design comments real quick. The lobby was designed to be very large but empty in order to reflect the conglomerate's power, but also its sterility. There's clearly no joy or community here. He also, all right. He claims the receptionist is dressed like that on purpose in order to demonstrate how Tokugawa's power enables them to deviate from conventions that other people might be bound to.
Hell yeah.
And that Tokugawa himself is a creep. And I don't buy any of that for a second. That sounds like bullshit to me, because everybody's dressed like this. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
This long play that I'm watching, they looked at the receptionist once and never clicked look ever again.
Wow.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for
Honestly,
them.
good for them. Yeah, he definitely calls her sugar. I promise you.
No,
He
not
calls her
that part.
sugar-
I was the
sugar tits.
teenage part that I was like,
Oh, yeah.
remembering.
Okay. Gotcha.
Does he call her sugar tits while he's talking to her?
I think so.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, let me in the elevator, sugar tits. Probably. If I know Jonathan.
Yeah, I don't. I that part I'm a little bit fuzzier on. I absolutely 1000% remember him saying sugar tits about her at one point.
Yeah,
It'd be really funny.
Fucking
if you
crazy.
Hallucinated sugar tits.
I did not hallucinate sugar tits, brother. I promise.
Nah.
I did not.
Nope.
Also, if you like,
Runs away.
if you try and like go into the elevator or do fuck shit too many times without showing her the picture, she will legit call security on you and you get kicked out.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah, because I did that because
for
like
a search warrant.
yeah, like a warrant or for like a like anything. I don't know. Because I went back to my safe state after, because I did fuck up there because I wasn't thinking about showing her the picture, and you get kicked out. I didn't see what happens, like, because I had done everything up to that point, so I didn't know what else to do.
Sure.
So I was just like, I don't know what would happen if you just kind of tried again, but because if you try and go back inside, it's like maybe we shouldn't right now. So I was like, where do I fucking go then? So I just restarted.
I know you have to leave and come back regardless, I think.
No,
I did because of the order that I did stuff in.
Right, but if you just like run it all the way through, you can do this in one go without having to leave. So yeah.
Yeah, I know for a fact that I had to leave and come back because she said something about not knowing where he was at, and then the garden party thing didn't even come up until the second time I came back. So I definitely took I took a detour.
I wonder, because I don't remember leaving and coming back at all. I know she mentions that he's not there, and then as you talk to her, she mentions that he's like at the party planning, but I don't know what the vibe is. But
yeah, I can't remember what I did at all. I know I left and came back for something, but I can't remember where or for how long. I think what it was I went back to the pharmaceutical place to see if there was a clue there because I felt like I was like hitting a dead end.
And this is when I went to the house. Was between two visits to headquarters.
Maybe I did the same thing and I just don't remember, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so you go into the elevator, you go up to the garden, you get this really great view of the colony in the elevator, and they kind of talk about it a little bit. And then you get to the party, and it's 0G. There's a bunch of dudes floating around with a bunch of like bikini babes. And here you learn about rebirthers, which are clones of models and actresses that weird pervs just want to like skis on. So they clone these actresses.
I think do more than just skis on them.
Yes, I think you can. I think what they said is you can't clone anyone that's like 25 years or younger.
No,
or something
that
like
they have to have been dead for 20 years, which is like,
That's
I love that you had enough restraint.
to say
thank
they
you.
Yeah,
thank you, Daddy.
that's
Kojima.
right. That's right. But like, so the implication here is that all of these like waitresses are like clones of models and actresses that are dead.
Marilyn Monroe and stuff. Yeah.
It's insanely creepy. You also see there are some military grade EMPSs just hanging out there with chaff technology. So like chaff grenades, there's chaff technology built into these.
That's how I roll around. Y'all don't do that. EMPS your way to town. Pick up grenades.
I'm chafed. Not chafed.
Chaff.
Chad, you're so funny.
More like chaff.
Nope.
Chaff.
Fucking
Chad's. Chaff.
better
Chad's chuffed. Chaff. Chad is chuffed.
Chuffed to bits.
Chuffed to bits.
It's like a Dr.
We're
Seuss
pretty
story.
evenly matched, but you are slightly better.
Thanks, Chaff.
You also see that there is a bunch of mafia guys from home there. So you've got they specifically bring out the Spanish mafia, the Triad, and the Yakuza.
No Kiryu.
Yakuza. No Kiryu though. He wouldn't. Kiryu would not be here. Kiryu does not fuck.
That's
Kiryu
true.
would not be here.
Kiryu does not fuck.
He would not be at this party. He kills, but he does not fuck. Yeah. You can you investigate. All of the hostesses are busy except for these two dead center. You can go talk to them. I didn't think you could grope them, but Alessio might be able to debunk that.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I know the woman on the left is like way more like friendly with Jonathan.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think if you look at her, she says stuff like, "Oh, like thanks for admiring me" or whatever. But yeah, maybe it just didn't go all the way.
If you look at her drink tray, you find out that the cocktail everyone's drinking is called a moonsault, and that is the drink served in Outer Heaven in Snatcher.
Oh, hell yeah.
So they continue. Snatcher references all the way down.
Buffalo meat, baby.
And
which was
I
whale
will say,
meat in the Japanese version. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was in the
Interesting.
Blaustein episode that we did.
That makes it make more sense as to why it was like it made people sick.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I like whale meat way more. Yeah,
he said they had to change it though because Japan was like
does not like that.
Yeah, that's a controversial.
Whale.
Yeah.
But it does make more sense. It's like this illicit thing. It's like, why is buffalo meat so bad? But then you find out, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't really give you a ton of information, but you do have to talk to them first before the next thing can happen. Again, this does highlight, and not to say that I think that this is appropriate necessarily, but like you're clearly in this space where the idea is that it's a seedy party, and the rebirthers are there because they're meant to be skeezed on and used for the most part, and it does add another layer to that thing where it's like he didn't try to mess with the call girl.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He didn't try to mess with the waitresses that are here for that purpose, you would assume.
Yeah.
But he's very happy to mess with everybody else that is not there for that should not be touched in that way. It's very, very fucking weird that they have restraints on those people, but not it's very weird.
I feel like it's sort of like the Japanese like adult video stereotypes though, right? Where it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a cultural thing. I don't know. It's very fucking weird though.
Very fucking weird.
And to be
Don't like it.
like, I want to clarify, like, when I recoil at the thought of like rebirthers, it's like I'm doing that in universe. Like, it's not like I'm not being like Kojima, you sick fuck. I actually think that's kind of like it's,
No, for
it's
this kind of like
horrifying
world
concept, but it's like it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, it's like a
fine.
bleak cyberpunk kind of a thing.
Yeah, it makes sense for the world. Yeah, it just sucks like, as a concept.
Yeah.
Generally.
It's just gross as fuck. Like
Yeah.
a human life just for this is fuck.
Mm-hmm. Well, you get done talking to them, and you just like you can kind of look around at some more stuff, but then like 3 people just appear out of nowhere in the
Yeah, they just
corner.
like fade in.
The
A
whole
Yeah.
PNG, a fucking PNG
Yeah,
with alpha
literally,
just fades in.
literally. And it is Chris. Chris is here in like a dress, and Jonathan does comment about how much the better you can see her tits in this dress, which is wonderful. And she is accompanying Joseph Sadoki Tokugawa and Salvatore Toscanini, the other 2 police nuts. Jesus. So so Salvatore, who is apparently should just be on home, is here with Sadoki and Chris just hanging out.
Also, I love that Salvatore is like a fucking little skeezy short man who works security for like fucking the waste disposal unit
on the moon,
and he's also a huge dickhead.
He's kind of like a little bit of a lunkhead, a little bit lunkhead asshole, a little bit. But actually, I had a moment because this past weekend, me and Chelsea went to go get breakfast downtown, and we were sitting at this restaurant, and
Downtown Beyond,
it's called
right?
Downtown Beyond, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in the area, Portage Bay Cafe is fucking delicious. If you're in like the Seattle area, please they got great food. But we were sitting, our table was next to this like really big like table that seats like 20 or like 15 to 20 people depending on the party. And when we sat down, it was this like group of friends having brunch with each other, and then they left, and then this family came in, and it was like this really big like family. They were like talking and hugging and stuff like that, and they all sat down, and this dude walks in, and this dude is Guido. This guy, he's like wearing the fucking white, they're all wearing like jackets and like nice stuff, and he's wearing a white wife beater with a thick ass chain, and he's got the slicked back dark hair that goes down to the bottom of his neck, and I was like, that man is he's going to get some
familia.
Yeah, he's going to get some gabagool.
Perverts for Cuomo.
Perverts for Cuomo is phenomenal.
We're perverts for Cuomo. Me too.
We're perverts for Cuomo.
We'll both whisper in her ear. But
if you're not going home with either one of us, you out of your fucking mind.
Yeah. And so I bring that up because Salvatore in this moment reminds me of this man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So very, very, So, so you've got these 3 people. You talk to Tokugawa, and he is like, "You've been poking around, huh?" And it's like, "Yeah, of course he knew. He knows everything."
He's like, "I can tell because you have a rock hard erection, John." And the camera does the opposite of the tiptoe.
Yeah. So Tokugawa here, Jesus fucking Christ. Sadoki here talks. He mentions, despite us having knowledge to the contrary, says he doesn't know that Hojo. He has no idea that Kenzo's disappeared. Even though
Totally
we've learned
aloof.
that they, completely aloof. Even though we've learned that they talk frequently, and he doesn't seem to care that Kenzo is missing. And he is very standoffish about literally everything. And the thing that pissed me off was that when Jonathan brought up Lorraine, he had no idea who the fuck Lorraine was. He was like, "Who's that?" And that pissed me off. I was like, "What the fuck, you
classic
dick."
rich asshole."
It's
dude.
also so it's crazy that he's like, not only is he aloof about Hojo and didn't even know he had disappeared and just doesn't really seem to care. It's weird considering the party that we're at is for the launch of a drug that Hojo made.
That he made, yeah. Which is
Like,
crazy because it doesn't.
It's gone.
Yeah, he's the guy who developed the drug, the party that we're like. He doesn't like what the fuck. It's very very fucking weird. Like even Gates remembered who Lorraine was. Like the fact,
Yeah,
like that's
true.
like who
Yeah.
the fuck are you? Like what the anyway.
Yeah. Ed should have just fucking popped him in the mouth.
Yeah, that would have shut him up. You talk to Salvatore. He apparently moved to the moon and is the head of security at Tokugawa's moon plant. That does like waste disposal and stuff. So he's just back for the party and for some business.
Hey, it's just a couple tough guys on the moon, you know?
On the moon. On the moon. Moon guys for Cuomo.
Moon guys for Cuomo.
He doesn't really know much else beyond that. He's kind of just like this like dumb guy. In theory, we don't know much more. You talk to Chris. Chris says that Jonathan is like, I've sort of soured his mood a little bit by showing up, and she says that she'll cheer him up later.
Yeah.
And then mentions that among their professional relationship, he is also her main squeeze, and that and when she says this, Sadoki gets upset that she is telling him about their private life. Hate that.
But then it gets worse because you could press her on this.
Yeah.
And if you do, she's like, no, I mean in the paternal sense. And I was like, that's worse. I wish you had not said anything. Nope. I think there was, I don't know. It might not be.
I would never in my fucking life call one of my parents my main squeeze. That's fucking crazy.
So I think I was reading that Slow Beef said at one point, and I don't know if maybe, I don't know like whether this is like a PlayStation thing that's gone in the Saturn or it was something that they originally had, they've eliminated in both. But originally they had her calling him Poppy, which is also not.
He was in the Saturn version. 100%. Okay. She said not main squeeze. She said he's my Poppy. Because I remember noting it. I was like, what the actual fuck?
That sucks still. No,
I hate it.
She says main squeeze in the PlayStation version. That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So Jonathan I think you can also ask her to dance, but I don't know what happens if you do. Well, I'm assuming
she laughs it off, and then Ed is like, "What are you gonna fucking tango in 0G?" And Jonathan's like, "No, I prefer the lambada."
Bro, fuck off.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Here's the thing, if not for like the other crazy sexual stuff, that would have been very funny.
Yeah.
Like just like this guy, he's like this hardboiled detective, and he just casually brings things like that'd be a funny joke in like a casual sense, but it's fucking stupid in this sense, in this context. But this scene is actually really good from here because Jonathan gets angry. He's just like, look, none of this makes sense. You're not bothered that your star researcher is gone. You're playing dumb. You don't know any. You're saying you don't know anything, but you're playing dumb.
And you look fucking stupid, and your employees smell like shit.
And you're racist. Why won't you have dinner with me?
You racist fuck. Sadoki's like really mad. He like demands Ed take him away, and Ed outright he's like
a child. Like, come on, dog.
Little Chris. He's banging little Chris. But he tells Ed to like, you get him out of here. And Ed's like, no, man. Like, and it cuts back to a scene, like a wide shot where Jonathan is like screaming. They're screaming at each other, and Ed is kind of holding Jonathan back, and like Chris and Salvatore are kind of holding like Sadoki back, and it's like a great shot. And then Sadoki's just like, look, man, you can't do anything to me. I'm the king of space. Basically,
true.
That's basically what he says.
I'm the fucking king.
I'm the king. And as they leave, Jonathan's like, basically he's like, this isn't over, and they split, and then they go outside, and as they're driving away, Jonathan is just like, I know that Sadoki is behind everything, and now that they're kind of on to us, we need to be more careful. And Ed's like, look, let's take a breather. You can come over to
any evidence.
Yeah, whatsoever. we can't do much. Let's calm down. Come over for dinner. You can come to my house and we'll have dinner. And he's like, okay.
Oh, I do like that. He's like, yeah, come get some home cooking. I was like, oh,
yeah,
that's
some home
sweet.
cooking. I did see a screenshot of what you see at Ed's house here in a bit.
No.
So that's
I didn't. I don't want to spoil, but
Oh no.
Yeah,
I
won't spoil
you
it
would
for
think it's
Alessio,
nice. It's
but-
not. Jonathan
No,
finds a
it's-
way to make it not great.
Oh
Yeah.
no. I was thinking he just lived in
Yeah.
a shitty place. Now I'm thinking it's
No.
worse.
No, it's
No.
so look,
Chad, can
look
you tell
forward to
that,
that.
Chad, can you tell that Lambada joke one more time?
Oh God.
What do you? Well, I need. Who's going to be my Ed? I need an Ed to work off of.
Oh wait, you mean like the?
Oh,
you mean
yeah,
like
I'll do it, I'll
ask,
do it.
The ask to dance thing.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Tango and 0G?
No, I prefer the lambada.
So here's the funny thing about the soundboard is that because I have access to it right now, I see
Amazing.
losing horn uploaded in real time, which is very fucking funny. That's crazy. But yeah, so that's the end of Act 1 is them heading over to Ed's house, and next time we will talk about Act 2, and I don't know what it's called right now because I haven't.
Astronaut.
More like astronaut.
What if it was ASS dash Tronaut?
Tronut.
I'm gonna give me that tronut.
So I think we were talking about it off mic before we hit record, and so this will be my closing for today's episode. This game, the more I play it, the more it feels like a hentai game with another game attached to it.
Sure, yeah.
And I feel like that should have been how it was presented, because it would have been like say this was sold as like an adult game. You would have that fun experience of like, hey, I was fucking around with this game on my alone time and discovered there's actually a pretty fucking cool story here. That's kind of crazy.
Alone time is
You know what I
crazy.
mean? Like it's
alone time.
My I was Alessio's like I was discovering this game on Daddy's private time, and I found a worthwhile story experience to be had.
Yeah, exactly. That's so much cooler than I bought this game that looked like an awesome
ostensibly
game.
a fucking noir cyberpunk Lethal Weapon in
turned
space
into
game.
a fucking sex groping simulator.
Yeah, no, it is like imagine like you go to watch a porn and it's like I don't know like 2001 A Space Odyssey quality and
you're like
whoa.
Yeah, this film has some really good sex
is awesome.
scenes, but also an incredible story. But yeah, I don't know, it just feels, the ratio feels off, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like if I was directing this game and say that all of my indulgences were taken and ran with, I think even playing it before we shipped, I'd be like, guys, this is too much. This is like this is taking away from the story that I have written.
Well,
here.
and it's crazy that they did the opposite thing where Kojima had to fucking fight with Sony executives to be like, no, I want more porn. I want more pervert H game material in my game.
It's crazy. But again, yeah, so we're not, or at least I'll speak for myself, I am not saying that this stuff doesn't belong in video games, and I'm not trying to be some puritanical shitbird, but like, it just is, it's so off and off-putting in this framing device.
It's so incredible what the first scene of Act 2 is.
Oh no!
I'm so excited.
I'm just imagining Jonathan jerking it in Ed's bathroom to like.
I didn't stick around very long, but I was like, motherfucker, when I saw it. So we just got a lot to look forward to.
Oh my god! It's just like, is it the opening shot of the act?
Almost.
Basically,
very...
basically.
All right. Yeah, I just
this will be.
And I was
like, I have not played through Act 2 on the Saturn version yet, but this, I believe, Act 2 is where our legendary slur gets dropped. So Lily, you have that to look forward to.
Well, Lily's gonna find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it.
For sure.
You will have to report back and tell me
whether they took it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get all the way through that and be like, yeah, I didn't see I didn't see just drop the word anywhere. I don't think we have any announcements. I'm still reaching out to Slow Beef. He was so quick to respond the first go and now just has completely fallen off. Do you guys think he listened to an episode?
He's like, wait, they fucking hate this thing.
He's like, nah, I'm out.
God damn.
No, in Slow Beef's defense, he I don't think he loves the H game tendencies of this game.
I was going to say he apologized a couple of times in his Let's Play that I read.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, sorry.
Yeah.
Like it's not his fault.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you didn't fucking make it. Yeah.
Lily, where can people find you?
You can find me at linktree.com/Liliana Dawn, where you can find all the links to my socials and to my my books and stuff where you can buy. My hope is that I will be finished with because since I've moved back to Washington, I've been very inspired and I've written more in these last like 2.5 weeks than I have the entire 3 years I was back in Ohio. And I think Ohio sucked the fucking awesome. Fucking life out of me. So I
sucked and fucked the life out of me.
No, Alessio. During Pride Month, my guy.
It's this game.
That's crazy.
It's the Jonathan Amoeba. I told you. It's taking over.
It's the Jonathan Amoeba. Watch, next time he's going to call me a so-called woman and tell me my tattoos are...
You see my face.
Well, hopefully he doesn't call you the Act 2 word.
Oh, no.
Well, he might do that too, so I don't know.
That's my new way to refer to that slur, by the way, is the Act 2 word.
The Act 2 word is great. Yeah, that's probably how I'm going to do it too. Yeah, the Act 2 word. Yeah, he's going to call me the Act 2 word and call me a so-called woman with tattoos. No. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, so my hope is that I will be done with my third book by at least the draft of it by the end of the year, if not sooner. Nice. And I can work on finally releasing the third one.
Is it only 3 or did you have?
It was gonna be only 3, and then I was like, "There's too much shit to cram into a third book," so it's gonna wind up being 4.
Nice.
Yeah. Good. So that's where you can find me. Check out my books in time for the third one to come out, probably sometime soon-ish.
Chad.
You got I was waiting for you because you were the one who introed me, so I was like, Alessio's probably
we're doing a little
Chad
round
too.
robin.
No, dude. Goddamn. Chad.
Hold on, Chad. Hold on. There we go.
I just love the idea of like us sitting here like waiting for the other person to like figure out like who's gonna introduce who, and it's just
I should have played tension. Yeah.
Oh fuck. You can find me at linktree.com/kilometers Davis. Kilometers spelled the evenly matched but slightly better way, METRES.
As you said that, by the way, my eyes looked like I was literally looking at evenly matched on the soundboard as you said it.
We're pretty evenly matched, but you are slightly better.
I was like, can he see the reflection in my eyeballs?
I know, I can see. My mind is your mind.
It's not an open book test, Alessio.
We're born from the same embryo, Chad. We have the same obsessions.
Cursed to have the same obsessions.
And my obsessions can be found on alessiosummerfield.com. And that's pretty much it. You can find everything there. If you follow me on Instagram at Alessio Made That, you can see this really cool skateboard grip tape that I was given by a skate shop.
It is incredibly cool.
I was like, man, first fictional crush should have been the girl from the Rio album cover. But yeah, so every once in a while I post some stuff on there. Probably need to be better about sharing stuff just so I can stay motivated and get some shit out the door. So still working on that book. May or may not still questioning. Share some segment of the Metal Gear book on the Patreon. I'm still deciding what that's going to look like, so just keep your ears here. Probably won't share anything crazy substantial, but might see about getting some feedback on some stuff from listeners. So yeah, patreon.com/Metal Gear Mondays, like we mentioned at the top. I think that's pretty much it.
Speaking of his Obsession, great flick.
I need to watch that. I do.
God damn,
I was fucking blown away. It's
fucking, it's so good.
It's Curry from fucking Curry and Cooper. Like, that's a bad idea on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like the fucking
all the YouTubers, man,
he's gonna
they've all
come.
made it.
Why is he gonna come? Like, dude, it blew my mind. Also, that guy's from fucking Mobile, Alabama, and I found out I know people who know him.
Jeez.
I was like,
Whoa.
what?
Oh wow,
Oh.
that's crazy. And like speaking of like too, isn't like the director of Backrooms like famous for like being a Backrooms YouTuber too? Like, isn't
Yeah.
And it's like 20 years old.
It's a web series.
Yeah.
Like that's the movie
Yeah.
is in the same series or whatever.
Oh, interesting.
As a big Backrooms fan, I went and saw it and walked away disappointed, unfortunately.
Oh.
Solid, very
That's
strong first 45 minutes. The back half of that movie, unfortunately, is not as strong, in my opinion.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Where do you go to review movies when they disappoint you or when they don't?
I actually nuked my account on that website, so I don't go there anymore. But hypothetically, I would go to Letterboxd.
Just a box.